Representing Japan, Takuro Yamada. And winner and international German champion over 200-meter butterfly man with a new world record and 1,013 points, representing Greece, Demosthenes Michazentzakis. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Greece. Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen, sofern Sie können, für die Nationalhymne Griechenlands. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the victory ceremony over 200-meter butterfly women. Third, with a new world record and 694 points, representing Great Britain, Louise Fides. Second and winner of the silver medal, representing Spain with 758 points, Nuria Marquez Soto. And international German champion with 806 points, representing Japan, Yuki Morishita. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Japan. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Japans. Und ich saß eben mit ihm so schön auf dem Sofa, möchte Ihnen aber natürlich noch einmal vorstellen, den Vizepräsidenten des BSB hier aus Berlin, Stefan Schenk. Er führt die Siegerehrung durch. Vielen Dank. Victory ceremony, women's 4 by 100 meter individual medley relay. Dritter und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille mit 222 Punkten, das Team aus Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. Second and winner of the silver medal with 317 points, representing Iceland. Team Iceland. So it's looking very nice from here what you are doing there. On the third place is Schwimmteam Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, und zwar die Damen. Und auf dem zweiten Platz sind die Damen aus Island. Und ganz nach oben, da sind die jetzt, glaube ich, auch noch nicht dran, sind die Damen aus Japan dann. Also stellen wir es nochmal neu auf. Der Andreas macht das da hinten mit seinem Team gut. Vielleicht kriegen wir für die alle auch mal einen Applaus da hinten. Und einige wissen halt nicht, wir haben einen Protest vorliegen, und weil wir einen Protest bei den Herren vorliegen haben, die sollte nämlich eigentlich kommen, diese Siegerehrung. Deshalb fällt die jetzt aus. Also ich hoffe, jetzt geht alles klar da hinten. Probier es noch einmal. Siegerehrung über 4x100 Meter Lagen der Frauen. Hier belegte den dritten Platz die Mannschaft des Schwimmteams Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. So, da kommen junge Damen und die kriegen natürlich euren Applaus. Second and winner of the silver medal, Team Iceland. And international German champion with 627 points, Team Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Japan. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Japans. Congratulations for all three teams. Meine Damen und Herren, natürlich ist völlig klar, wir brauchen noch die Offiziellen fürs Pooldeck natürlich und die werden wir jetzt nach der Siegerehrung selbstverständlich hier ganz, ganz herzlichst begrüßen. So, the officials for this evening session of swimming events will be entering the pool deck now. The World Para Swimming Technical Delegate for today is David Metcalf. Referees for this evening session are Ingmar Hahn, Andreas Reif, and Ulf Reinmar Stoll. Starter women Manfred Keil. Starter man Pam Westy. These are the technical delegates. Thanks a lot. So, Steffen, einen Weltrekord sind wir heute Vormittag wieder losgeworden, weil nachträglich wurde er noch disqualifiziert, der Franzose. Müssen wir mit leben, oder?
So ist das, aber wir hatten 7 Weltrekorde heute Morgen. Ich glaube, das ist eine ganz gute Ausbeute und wir sind ja noch nicht fertig mit dem Tag.
Und es geht los, wie immer bei dir, mit den B-Finals, schätze ich.
Es geht los mit den B-Finals. 50 Meter Freistil der Männer. Men's 50 Meter Freestyle B-Final.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Berlin for the evening session on day number 3 of the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften 2017 Swimming Championships. An absolute delight to have you along with us for tonight's session. Looking to see how many world records we can get in this pool, how many gold medals will be distributed, and to which countries they will be given to. Very much looking forward to tonight. I'm Jonathan Bell. For the next couple of hours, we will be witnessing some of the best para-swimming the world currently has to offer. Starting off with the men's 50 meter freestyle B final tonight. There are 4 finals for each event that we see. An A final, a B final, a C final, and the youth final as well. This is the lineup for the B final. Then in lane 0 from Germany is Daniel Simon. In 1 from the Netherlands is Michael Schoenmaker. In lane 2 from Spain is Jose Antonio Mari Alcaraz. In lane 3 from Slovenia, he came 4th in Rio, just missing out on a podium position. It's Darko Juric. In lane 4 from Belarus is Hiri Zidzalu. In lane 5 from Germany is Tobias Polit, finalist in Rio 2016. In lane 6 from the Czech Republic is Arnas Petracek. In lane 7 from Great Britain is gold medalist in Rio in this event, Matthew Wiley. In 8, also from Great Britain, is Stephen Clegg, who just missed out on a final in 2016. And completing the pool in lane 9 from Italy is Valerio Taras. So this is the lineup for the men's 50 meter freestyle B final here in Berlin. The first final of the night. Going from lanes 0 to 9, it's Simon, Schoenmaker, Alcaraz, Juric, Zudzilau, Polap, Petracek, Wiley, Clegg, and Taras. This is the men's 50 meter freestyle B final. And after a short delay, we are off and underway. As ever, this is a multi-class event, as all the swims are at these championships. It's not about who touches the wall first at the end. It's all about those classification points. And the reason why the pool is looking so spread out at the moment is because we have a large variety of classifications from S4 all the way up to S12. It's not about who touches first. It's about those points as we come into the wall. Leading the way in points there, 775 for Tobias Pollap of Germany. Will that be enough for him? We will have to wait and find out. Looking pretty dangerous in lanes 3 and 5 was Darko Juric, and also Tobias Pollap, as we mentioned that. And we're going to wait for the confirmed times up on the scoreboard to see who has taken this one. And Tobias Pollap is the one that finishes first on 775 points. Michael Schumacher in second on 758. And Matthew Wiley, gold medalist from Rio, finishes third on 755 points.
Spain, Jose Faustino Afonso Dominguez. On lane 1. Representing Spain,
and they are the confirmed times from that event. Tobias Pollap in his home pool, getting the home nation off to a fantastic start tonight for Germany. 775 points. Sees him take the first gold medal on the evening session in day 3.
On lane 5, representing Kazakhstan, Anwar.
So the C final is up next, and a double dose of Spaniards starting us off with Jose Faustino Afonso Dominguez in lane 0. In lane 1 is David Levesque. Lane 2 has the Netherlands as Thijs van Hofwegen. In lane 3 from Italy is Fabrizio Sotil. In lane 4 from South Africa is finalist at the Paralympics in Rio, Hendrik Herbst. In lane 5 from Kazakhstan is Anwar Akhmetov. In 6 from the Netherlands is Olivier van der Voort. Lewis White of Great Britain is in lane 7. In 8 from Montenegro is Ilya Tadic. And in 9 from Japan is Takuro Yamada. And of course, we saw there a few moments ago several podium finishers for the Japanese from this morning's sessions. I think I know the Japanese anthem off by heart after hearing it so many times in a row. Will their success continue here? We'll find out in the men's 50-metre freestyle C final. And we are underway, and as I was about to touch on in that last final, before it got so quick I couldn't squeeze it in, the lanes are worked out just as they normally are, with 3, 4 and 5 being the fastest, but not fastest in time, fastest in the points from the heats earlier. So 3, 4 and 5 are always the favourites for this one. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the case, but in that one it looks as if it will be. 720 has secured it for Hendrik Herbst, who finished 6th in Rio in 2016. First here in Berlin tonight. He wins the C final. A time of 27.64 is enough for him. Gold for South Africa. In second spot is Lewis White of Great Britain. And in third is David Levesque of Spain. As you can see there, they are the all-important points, and that is your final results from that C final. A couple of corkers to kick off with, and the third of the men's 50-metre freestyle finals for now, as we have the A final coming up at the end, is the youth final. And lining up in this one, in lane 0 from Poland is Adrian Jastrzewski. In lane 1 from Hungary is Andras Snezi. In 2 from France is Mile Kornick. In lane 3 from Germany is Malta Braunschweig. In lane 4 from Spain is Ariel Enrique Schrenk-Martinez. In 5 from Hungary is Bent Moksari. In 6 from the Netherlands is Duncan van Haren. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, is Benjamin Fulston. In 8 from Germany is Adam Karras. And completing the pool in lane 9 the second of the two British athletes in this final, Oladaisi Adefizan. So the lineup from lane 0 to 9. Jastrzębski, Szczeciny, Kornic, Braunschweig, Schrik Martinez, Moksari, Van Haren, Fulston, Karras and Adefizan. This is the men's 50-meter freestyle youth final. So these athletes gaining international experience, some of them for the first time on the world stage. And they are all born in the year 2000 or later. They are all the next generation of para-athletes, and we are very lucky to see them in action here in Berlin. Who will come out on top? First one to touch in from the Netherlands is Duncan Van Haren, and will he stick at 641? Well, he's level here with Bence Muscari, and it looks like we may see for the first time this week a shared gold medal. We'll have to see how that works out. In third spot and definitely securing bronze is Ariel Enrique Schrik Martinez of Spain, 637 for him. But at the top of the tree there, tied, are Bence Muscari and Duncan Van Haren, the two 17-year-olds, absolutely in sync in terms of points. And maybe a decimal place separating them. We'll wait now for the confirmed times up on the screen. No doubt a separation between Duncan Van Haren and Bence Muscari when it comes to time. But when it comes to points, it is even Steven. So, next up we move on to the women. Same distance, same discipline. The B final coming up for them in lane 0. From the Netherlands is Lisette Teunissen. In lane 1, representing Spain, is Marianne Polo Lopez. In 2, from the Netherlands, is Chantal Zuiderveld. In lane 3, a home favourite here in Germany, is Denise Graal. In lane 4, from France, is Elodie Larandi. In lane 5, representing Japan, is Mayumi Narita. In 6, from Italy, is Alessia Scortattini. In 7, is Eleanor Robinson from Great Britain. In 8, is Lisa Kruger from the Netherlands. And in lane 9, from Spain, is Michelle Alonso Morales. So in 0 to 9, it's Teunissen, Lopez, Zuiderveld, Graal, Larandi, Narita, Scortaccini, Robinson, Kruger and Morales. This is the women's 50-meter freestyle B final.
Ja, und in diesem Rennen wird sehr interessant werden. Was kann Denise Graal hier noch einmal zeigen?
Clean start in the pool, and once again a mass variety of classifications in this one, ranging from S3 up to S14. It really is right up and down the spectrum here of multi-class classifications. The favourite for this one, you have to say, is Elodie Larandi in lane 4 of France. And she's the one that will be one of the first to touch in here. 759 though by Chantal Zuiderveld. Looks like it's enough, but look at that in lane 5 from Mayumi Narita. Could this be something worth remembering? Well, it's a bronze, 745. And on the near side, Lisette Teunissen as well. She finished 7th in Rio, and she will get 745. That sees her sneak into the bronze medal position. In fact, she's level. We've got another tie, this time between Lisette Teunissen and Mayumi Narita. Well, we may need a cloning machine here for the medals. We need 2 golds for the previous event, 2 bronzes for this one. And that's how it lines up. Marianne Polo Lopez and Chantal Zuiderveld on the exact same time there of 28.77. You've got to say it is common across such a short distance, such as the 50-meter freestyle. But they are your confirmed points. Chantal Zuiderveld making it a Netherlands 1-3 with Lisette Teunissen in 3rd. joint with Mayumi Narita, with Elodie Larandi picking up the silver. Up next is the C final in the women's 50-meter freestyle. Well, there's certainly been full of action so far in the finals tonight in Berlin. Long may that continue. Let's see what this final supplies for us. In lane 0 from Hungary is Bianca Papp. In 1 from Great Britain is Danielle Hartin. In 2 from Spain is Isabel Yingua Hernandez Santos. In lane 3 from Great Britain is Zara Maluli. In 4 representing Spain is Sarai Gascon. In lane 5 from the Americans is Martha Reuther. In 6 from Great Britain is Maisie Summers-Newton. In 7 representing Greece is Alexandra Stamatopoulou. In 8 from Germany is Janina Brewer. And in 9 is Emmeline Pierre. So in lane 0 to 9 it's Papp, Hartin, Hernandez Santos, Maluli, Gascon, Reuther, Summers-Newton, Stamatopoulou, Breuer and Pierre. This is the women's 50-meter freestyle C final. Sarah Gascon in lane 4, the favourite for this one. She got the most points this morning. Also got 5th place in Rio as well in 2016. The time that day was 29.39. Earlier on today she got 29.6. Can she go any faster than that in the pool today when it matters in this final here in Berlin? Soaring down the centre she goes. It's at 706. Will that be beaten? I think it might be. It's going to be very close indeed. Finishing 5th there in lane 6 is Maisie Summers-Newton. The big question now is, in lane 7 is Alexandra Stamatopoulou, the S3 swimmer, going to beat 706? The answer is yes. 742 is the score with a time of 47.65 as well. And it doesn't beat the world record in the S3 category of 42.21, but it certainly is enough for gold. Greece get their first gold of the night. So Alexandra Stamatopoulou. Confirmed times up on the scoreboard for you now, and there is now the points. Greece top of the tree. Sarah Gascon finishing in 2nd and having to settle for silver. And Martha Reuter is in 3rd and gets bronze.
On lane 2, representing Great Britain, Lily McLeod.
So the final for now of the women's 50-meter freestyle is the youth final. Don't forget, we have all our A finals together later tonight. Don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss that. It really is a who's who of 50-meter freestyle para world swimmers. So in lane 0 here for Germany is Marleen Engelath. In 1 from the Netherlands is Amber van der Kroek. In 2 from Great Britain is Lily McLeod. In 3 representing Germany is Gina Borcher. In 4 from the United States of America is Aspen Shelton. In 5 is her American teammate Gia Pelagini. In lane 6 from Egypt is Ayala Tufik. In lane 7 from Slovakia is Tatiana Blataranova. In 8 is Tony Shaw from Great Britain, and in 9 is Abby Kane, also from the British Isles. Lane 0 to 9, Engelath, van der Kroek, McLeod, Butcher, Shelton, Pelagini, Tufik, Blataranova, Shaw and Kane. This is the women's 50-meter freestyle youth final.
So, meine Damen und Herren.
Lowest ranking in this one, Gina Butcher, S4 swimmer from SC Potsdam in lane 3, and she has really been a favourite with the German crowd that have assembled over the last 3 days and watching the swimming take place. She's got a fantastic smile as Gina Butcher, really lights up the place, and whenever she's on the podium she certainly shows it to the world. Will she get anything from this? Well, in lane 4, currently picking up first spot is Aspen Shelton on 677, and it looks like that will be enough for now. It's all about Gina Butcher in lane 3. Will she beat 677 and get the gold medal? The world record is 39.52. How close will she get to it? She manages to get 632, misses out on the podium. But certainly good experience for Gina Butcher, who is getting a good reception as well for her efforts. Superb performance from Aspen Shelton, though. The S13 athlete from the United States of America leads a 1-2 in terms of the times there on the screen. She gets 29.42 seconds. And when it comes to the points, she tops that as well with a good total of 677. It's an American 1-2 with Gia Pellegrini in second on 6.42, and Tatiana Blatranova gets things for Slovakia and a bronze on 635.
Lane 1, representing Belgium, Aymeric Parmentier. Lane 2, representing
so we now move on to the breaststroke, and we start as ever with the men. It's the men's 50-metre breaststroke B final, as Gina Butcher there is wheeled away after a successful race for her. Lots of smiles all around from those of a German persuasion after that effort. Here we go then with the lineup for the men's 50-metre breaststroke B final. In lane 0 from the Czech Republic is Vladimir Slavac. In 1 from Belgium is Aymeric Parmentier. In lane 2 from Italy is Marco Maria Dolphin. In lane 3 representing Sweden is Carl Forsman. In 4 from the Netherlands is Tim van Duren. In 5 from Italy is Fabrizio Sottile. He's next to his Italian teammate Federico Malachi. In lane 7 from Greece is Ioannis Kostakis. In lane 8 from Austria is Andris Onia. And in 9 from Germany is Taliso Engel. So the lanes from 0 to 9 are Slavac, Parmentier, Dolphin, Forsman, Van Duren, Sottile, Malachi, Kostakis, Onia and Engel. This is the men's 50-metre breaststroke B final. Will we get a world record, our first world record of the evening session? We got 6 earlier on today. It was 7, but one of them was disqualified, unfortunately, which means now that our total has been reduced by 1 over the course of the 2 and a bit days that we've been competing so far, and it currently stands at 29 world records. Will there be another one in this one? Camera there firmly on Federico Malachi of Italy, coming in on 747 and leading the way so far. But look at that in lane 3, Carl Forsman. Got to beat 42.2, and he won't, but it's very close indeed. It's 785 and 752. Touching in second for Italy is Marco Maria Dolphin. And those two, the front two there, giving each other a handshake as well. It will be an Italian 2-3, as touching in third spot is Federico Malachi.
The next victory ceremonies are 6:30, and the first victory ceremony there is men's.
So there you have the confirmed times up on the scoreboard, and that race there really shows you the thrill of multi-class swimming, how it was not decided until right at the death. You just didn't know who was going to take that. Carl Forsman on 785, taking the gold medal. Marco Maria Dolphin in second, and Tim van Duren gets bronze. Another medal for the Netherlands.
On lane 1, representing Poland, Rafał Kalinowski.
So the C final follows up now, and let's see if that can meet the benchmark just set there by the B final. In lane 0 from Germany is Lukas Kala. In 1 from Poland is Rafał Kilanowski. In lane 2 from Hungary is Ivan Bentz. In lane 3 from Greece is Konstantinos Karazus. In lane 4 from Denmark is Jonas Larsson. In 5 from Spain is Carlos Martinez Fernandez. In lane 6 from Switzerland is Stefan Führer. In lane 7 from Germany is Julian Erxelbund. In 8 from Egypt is Ahmed Hashad. And in 9, completing the pool from Greece, is Gerasimos Lignos. So the pool from lane 0 to 9, Karl, Kalinowski, Bentz, Karazouzis, Larsson, Martinez Fernandez, Führer, Erxelbund, Hashad, and Lignos. This is the men's 50-metre breaststroke C final. Slight delay there, and that is due to the fact that, of course, due to the different impairments that these athletes have, some start from the blocks and some start already in the pool. So just a bit of extra time required for those athletes to get in the pool when the first referee's whistle blows, but we are more than ready to get our teeth stuck into this race, and we're over halfway in it now as well. In lane 1, this is a tremendous swim from Rafael Kalinowski, but will it be enough to get the most points? Touches in there on 654, does the pole. He's not pipped yet, but he might be in lane 2 by Ivan Bentz of Hungary. Coming in now, it's 642, it's only enough for the silver medal. And now we see the rest of the pool coming in. Keep an eye on lane 6 here, the next one on 653, and that's enough for silver. But 761, we have our gold medalist, and again it comes courtesy of Greece. Konstantinos Karazouzis is the man who does it on a time of 54.48. In second place in lane 4 is Jonas Larsson in the SB3 category, and the bronze medal is secured with 654 points for Rafael Kalinowski. They are your confirmed times up on the scoreboard. And you shake it up a wee bit, that's what it looks like with the points. Konstantinos Karazouzis is the man on 761 that gets gold in the C final for Greece.
On lane 1 representing Turkey,
Well, I'm sure you're understanding the procedure by now. After a C final, we move on to the youth final. And of course, it's the men's 50-metre breaststroke youth final. Well, you'll see the lineup for that in a moment or two. In lane 0 is Iceland's Bjorn Axel Agnarsson. In 1 from Turkey is Omer Gulec. In lane 2 from Brazil is Wow Victor Benicio. In lane 3 from Germany is Yanis Katertsis. In 4 from Azerbaijan is Murad Habibzadeh. In lane 5 from Germany is Johannes Weinberg. In 6 from Croatia is Tomislav Persa. In lane 7 his countryman Luka Plemesic. In lane 8 from New Zealand is Celine Edwards. And in 9, completing the pool from Germany, is Christian Kirchner. So in lane 0 to 9, the near side to the far side, it goes Agnarsson, Gulec, Benicio, Kartizis, Habibzadeh, Weinberg, Persa, Plemesic, Edwards, and Kirchner. This is the men's 50-metre breaststroke youth final. So these athletes are more in the higher classifications. There's a couple that are in the AB classification as well. Bjorn Axel Agnesson in lane 0 and also Murad Habibzadeh in lane 4 as well. AB athletes are athletes that don't actually classify with an impairment recognised, but are still para-athletes nonetheless, and therefore are in the AB category. And there we see, touching in first on 34.04 is Murad Habibzadeh. Will it be enough for gold? It looks like it at the moment. 540 is the one to beat, and the only one that can beat it here is Germany's Yanis Katurzis. Will he do it? It's going to be very close towards the finish. He's just short, and we'll have to settle for bronze. 496 there. It's a Germany 2-3, but Azerbaijan spearhead the pack there with Murad Habibzadeh on 540 multi-class points. Area record for Celine Edwards as well. It's certainly not the first one that he has got this week. I think he got one earlier as well. So 2 for the man from down under in New Zealand.
On lane 0, representing
they
Japan,
are your confirmed points on the scoreboard there.
On lane 1,
representing Habibzadeh getting a youth final gold medal here at the International Deutsche Meisterschaften 2017. If you are just joining us on the live stream, a very good evening. Welcome, whatever corner of the world you are from. It is a pleasure to have your company with us here in the German capital for this superb night of para-swimming racing. We are seeing some of the best athletes from around the para-swimming world coming here to Berlin and getting ready for Mexico in 2017 for the Para World Championships. We move on next to the women's 50-meter breaststroke B final, where in lane 0 from Japan is Mikuni Utsugi. In 1 from Belarus is Alexandra Svadakuzia. In lane 2 from Great Britain is Danielle Hartin. In 3 from Japan is Mayumi Narita. In 4 from Great Britain is Louise Fidz. In 5 from Belarus is Anastasia Zudislava. In 6 from Singapore is Ru Si Teresa Go. In 7 from Germany is Verena Schott. In 8 from Brazil is Beatriz Canero. And in 9 from Germany is Neil Labuda. So from 0 tonight, the near side to the far, it's Utsugi, Svadkozalia, Hartin, Narita, Fidz, Sudzilava, Teresa Go, Schott, Canero and Labuda. This is the women's 50-meter breaststroke B final. Here we go. We have, again, a wide range of classifications here, so you cannot rest on your laurels if you're in the higher classification and may touch him first. Louise Fidz is the favourite to do that, the SB14 swimmer, chasing a world record, which currently stands at this moment in time.
War heute Morgen mit 40, 50 unterwegs und wenn sie es schaffen könnte, hier noch einmal ein bisschen schneller zu sein, dann wäre
classified, but what does she get here? The first one to touch in is Danielle Hartin on 769 classification points. It looks good enough at the moment. She finishes ahead as well as Louise Fidz, which is no mean feat, but going ahead of all of them in lane 7 is Verena Schott on 790 classification points, and that will be enough as well for her. So Verena Schott is the one that takes the B final here on 790 points. 47.22 was the time. In second spot was Danielle Hartin, who you can see got the fastest time, but the second most points on 769. And Louise Fidz just 4 points behind on 765. Manages to secure a bronze. And it's her second bronze of the day as well for Louise Fidz. Not a bad day for the Brit at all. C final up next then in the women's 50-meter breaststroke category. And in the pool this time around, we have a double dose of Germans in lanes 0 and 1, courtesy of Reika Huta and Marlene Endralath. As we just looked at Mayumi Narita of Japan at the end of that one. No doubt earning a bit of a lie down, but no rest for the wicked. A lot more races to come tonight as we see the lineup now for the C final. In 0 and 1, both from Germany, Reike Heuter and Marlene Engelach respectively. In lane 2 from Spain is Judith Rollo Marichal. In lane 3 from Azerbaijan is Dana Shandibina. In lane 4 from Brazil is Deborah Canero. In 5 from Israel is Veronika Guerenko. In 6 from France is Elodie Larandi. In 7 from Iceland is Thelma Bjorg Bjornsdottir. In lane 8 from the United States is Hayala Lettenberger. And in 9 from Switzerland is Carla Di Bortoli. Lane 0 to 9 then, Heuter, Engelach, Marichal, Shandibina, Guerenko, Larandi, Bjornsdottir, Lettenberger and Di Bortoli. This is the women's 50-meter breaststroke C final.
Und auch in diesem C-Finale 2 junge deutsche Schwimmerinnen dabei.
And we are off, and the fascinating thing about this one is we could end up with a case here where someone like Deborah Canero in the higher category of SB14 may touch in, and we may have to wait for another 50 seconds or so before Veronika Guerenko, the SB2 swimmer from Israel in lane 5, touches home to actually see who gets the gold in this one. So this one is going to really go right down to the wire. If ever there's been that sort of situation before, this is definitely it. 666 for Deborah Canero. She manages to get there first, and no one has beaten her as of yet. Look out in lane 7 there for Thelma Bjorg Bjornsdottir, Paralympian in 2016. Will she be a champion here? 634. She has to settle for the silver, but eyes now on lane 5 and Veronika Guerenko of Israel. The SB2 record is 106.43. She won't beat that, but can she manage to pip the current highest score, which is 666? She's very determined to do so. She's just 5 meters away now from the finish as she goes between the red rope. And it's going to be very close, but she's just going to miss out. Agonising stuff there. It's going to be 600, just short of that, in fact, 596 for her. So it is gold. It was a bit of a wait for Deborah Canero to confirm it, but she does get her hands on first place. 666 is her score. In second spot from Iceland is Thelma Bjorg Bjornsdottir on 634, and Reike Heuter, as we can see now, picks up the bronze from Germany, 612 multi-class points.
On lane 1, representing Croatia, Paula Novina. On lane 2,
time now for the women's 50-meter breaststroke youth final, and in lane 0 for this one from Germany is Jasmin Beutler. In lane 1 from Croatia is Paula Novina. In lane 2 from Great Britain is Beth Johnston. In lane 3 from the United States of America is Gia Pellegrini. In 4 from Germany is Leah Stengel. In lane 5 from Germany is Kim Schneider. In 6 from Hungary is Rekka Tar. In 7 is the first of a trio of German swimmers completing the pool, Leona Schulze. In lane 8, Jessica Blum. And in 9 is Sophie Kirch.
Und auch auf der Bahn 9 für Schwerin, Sophie Kirsch.
Veronika Guerenko there after securing place just outside the top 3 in that C final we've just seen there. Who will get in the top 3 for this youth final then? Let's find out now. This is the women's 50-meter breaststroke youth final.
Ja, und in diesem 50-Meter Brustfinale der Jugend international 5 Deutsche am Start. Das ist schon mal
lowest category here is SB6. Jasmin Beutler on the near side in lane 0 is the one in that category, a swimmer for SC Potsdam, and we saw 2 SC Potsdam swimmers pick up Swimmer of the Year. The female Swimmer of the Year was Naomi Maika Schnittger, so a big well done to her, and we'll see a bit more of what she can do later on tonight because she does feature in a couple of our finals. Looking forward to seeing how she can justify that Swimmer of the Year title Meanwhile, back in the pool, it's Kim Schneider touching in first, 476 points there, but it's defeated by 551, scored in lane 4 by Leah Stengel, and it looks as if that will be enough as well, because Yasmin Beutler's got an awful lot of work to do to squeeze her way into the front three here. So we do have a 1-2-3, a German 1-3 with Leah Stengel out in front. In second spot is Beth Johnston of Great Britain, and in third is Kim Snyder. Confirmed results as ever up on the screen, certainly in these youth finals. There's a lot of German talent coming through the ranks that the home crowd are very keen to have a look at. And two of them coming in the top three there. Leah Stengel leading the way. Beth Johnston of Great Britain in second, and Kim Snyder completing that German 1-3 there with a bronze. And we are ready now for our next final. It's the men's 400 metre freestyle B final, and our athletes make their way to the pool end towards our left here. So in lane 0 from the United States of America, it's David Harry Gelfand, who is the only American taking part in this final. In lane 1 from France is Alex Portal. In lane 2 from Italy is Kevin Casali. In lane 3 from Croatia is Christian Vincentic, which saw him get a 6th place finish at the Rio 2016 Olympics. In lane 5 is Robert Isaac Johnson from Iceland. In lane 6 from the Netherlands is Thijs van Hofwegen, who got a silver medal in the S6 category in Rio. In lane 7 from Poland is Patrick Kalinski. In 8 from Japan is Ucho Tomita. And in lane 9 from Great Britain is Kahuru Harazawa. So from lanes 0 to 9, the near side, all the way to the far side, it's Gelfand, Portal, Casali, Vincetic, Van der Voort, Johnson, Van Hofwegen, Kalinski, Tomita and Harazawa. This is the men's 400 metre freestyle B final. This is the first of 3 finals we will have in the immediate future of the men's 400 metre freestyle. This is the B final. After this will be the C final, and then we'll have the U final as well. Then we pass over to the women for the women's 400 freestyle B final, the C final, then the youth final, and then it's the turn of all the A finals. So of course we've already seen tonight the 50 metre freestyle for the men's and women's, the 50 metre breaststroke for the men and women, of course the freestyle as well. All the A finals, all the top 10 swimmers from the heats this morning in each of those races will be featuring at the back end of the women's youth final in the 400 metre freestyle. So still a lot more swimming to come tonight on the live stream. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here in the Europa Sports Park in Berlin, home of the International Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017. I'm Jonathan Bell, and make sure if you are watching on the live stream live right now, and that you get involved on Twitter. The hashtag is IDM Berlin 2017, and the best of your tweets we will read out. Make sure you let us know where you're watching from, who you are supporting, who you may want to congratulate. Of course, we've already seen 6 world records in the pool today.
And I have information for all the team managers for tomorrow for the finals. We would like to,
whatever you like, on the hashtag IDM Berlin 2017. We would love to hear from you.
To do that right. We would like to know if you are swimming with your team in the final, yes or no. Please come to Matze Ulm and tell him if you are swimming in the final with your teams, yes or no. Und auch noch einmal auf Deutsch natürlich. Wir wollen morgen im Finale die Setzlisten natürlich möglichst gut machen. Das bedeutet, dass Sie uns sagen, ich gehe mal davon aus, dass die deutschen Teams alle natürlich die Finals schwimmen werden. Sollten Sie das nicht tun, bitte dem Matze Ulm möglichst umgehend Bescheid sagen. Vielen Dank.
In the pool here, lane 0, David Harry Gelfand is an S9 athlete. The S9 record is 040993 for this event. Also in that category is Christian Vincetic in lane 3 as well. We do have an S6 swimmer in the pool in the form of Thijs van Hofwegen. As I said, a silver medalist from Rio 2016, and he'll be using that experience, will the 21-year-old in this race, you'd imagine as well. Looking forward to Mexico City and possible glory as well on the World Championship stage. The S6 record is 4:47.75. Certainly doable, but still a tough task nonetheless. In terms of the S10 athletes that we have in the pool here, Oliver van Dort in lane 4, Patrick Kalinski in 7, and Kahuru Harazawa in lane 9. The S10 record is 3 minutes 57.71, and that was recorded in the Paralympic Games in Rio in 2016 by Maxim Krypak of Ukraine. So a record that's not been standing for too long. There is certainly room for somebody to budge out of the way and beat it. Next category up, of course, S11, and we have one representative from that category here tonight in the pool right now. In lane 8, it's Yucho Tomita of Japan, one of several Japanese swimmers who have already had success today in the pool, and he'll be itching for more of it as well. Once you get on the podium once, you want to get it there again and again. He'll be looking to do that, no doubt, and he's looking to get as close to the world record as possible of 4:20.83. We mentioned it this morning. It's been standing since 1992. Touching in first then on 796 points is Olivier van der Voort, the S10 swimmer, who's had the world record 3:57.71. He's around 20 seconds out of it there, but it should be enough in order to secure the gold medal. No one is going to stop him. The only person that could is Thijs van Hofwegen, his fellow countryman, and he's got experience of medals on the world stage at the Paralympic Games in Rio. Of course, he's just off camera at the moment, but he's around 15 meters away from coming in now. The time that he's got to get as close to as possible is 4:47.75, and you have to say it's looking a bit unlikely at the moment. Olivier van der Voort's swim there was very efficient indeed, and it will be enough as well. His countryman Thijs van Hofwegen will not do enough to topple him from first. It will be fifth spot instead for the Dutch swimmer. But still, just because one Dutch swimmer doesn't get on the podium doesn't mean that no one does, because Olivier van der Voort is flying the red, white and blue flag there.
C-Finale 400 Meter Freistil.
To Olivier van der Voort. 4:16.46 was his time. Gold medal winning time as well. Gold medal winning points on 796. Robert Isaac Johnson picks up the silver on 781. And Alex Portal of France sees 767 secure him a bronze medal.
Auf der Bahn 2 für die SG Bayer, Hannes Schürmann.
The C final is what is upcoming now. In lane 0 from Canada is Zach Zona. In lane 1 from the Netherlands is Thijs van den End. In lane 2 from Germany is Hans Schurman. In lane 3 from Spain is Jacobo Garrido Brun. In lane 4 from France is Mile Kornic. In lane 5 also from France is Hugo Didier. In lane 6 from Germany is Max Gelhar. In 7 representing Spain is Ivan Salguero Orteza. In lane 8 from Great Britain is Benjamin Fulston. And in 9 from Italy is Valerio Taras. This is the men's 400 meter freestyle C final. From lane 0 to 9, it's Zona, who is on your screen there. Van den End, Schurman, Garrido Brun, Kornic, Didier, Gelhar, Orteza, Fulston, and Taras. This is the men's 400 meter freestyle C final.
So, und meine Damen und Herren, in diesem Rennen, da ist noch einer dabei. Der müsste jetzt schon von heute Morgen sich um 4 Sekunden steigern. Das ist nämlich der Hannes Schürmann von der SG Bayer und der will hier die 5:15:94 schaffen. Das wäre sein Ticket nach Mexiko. Ich meine, hier ist auch warm in der Halle, aber wer will nicht vielleicht lieber bei der Weltmeisterschaft in Mexiko mitschwimmen? Also, heute Morgen waren es 5:19:27 und 5:15:94 müsste er jetzt schaffen. Dann hätte er die Jugendnorm für die WM in Mexiko. Und ein bisschen schwieriger, aber natürlich die gleichen Bedingungen auf der Bahn 6 ist der Max Gelher. Er war im Vorlauf heute Morgen ein bisschen mit einer
Once again, a range of categories present in the pool here, with the highest of them being S13. Ivan Salguero Orteza is the man in that bracket. He's in lane 7. You can see him just touch the wall first there, currently leading the way. Next to him on the far side, top of your screen, is Ben Fulston, who is in lane number 8 with the black cap there. Those two side by side going at it stroke for stroke, and 3 categories separating them. Benjamin Fulston S10, but not much separating them when it comes to this final. Also further down the pool, almost feeling a bit left out of things at the moment, is Jacobo Garrido Brun in lane 3. He's also an S10 swimmer, likewise to Benjamin Fulston. So those two directly competing against each other in terms of time. But when it comes to points, they are all locking horns and battling away for the podium positions in this C final. It's still unclear as to who is in a good position to take that. You would imagine, with it being so close between the S13 and S10 swimmers, that the S10 swimmers hold the upper hand, as the S10 record is 3:57.71. whereas the S13 record is 2 and a bit seconds slower at 3:55.56. But it's going to be 5 margins, whatever happens here in the next 100 metres. Nothing has changed. It is as you were. Just looking at the rest of the pool now as well. Hugo Didier and Emile Cornic, who are 2 swimmers that you would expect to be up there as well. The 2 French athletes, S9 and S8 swimmers respectively, are currently tussling away together at the centre of the pool, and we'll probably see them cross over with the 3 athletes at the front here: Salguero, Cesar, Garrido Brun and Ben Fulston, as they now make the charge for home. Just 25 metres remaining. Ben Fulston slightly dropping off the pace a bit, and usually it wouldn't matter because it is about points, but when the world records between the S10 and the S13 categories are only split by 2 seconds, it could be those 2 seconds, which looks like more or less the gap now between those two, that makes all the difference. Coming into the wall, what are the maths going to be? It's 732 for Jacobo Garrido Brun, and he comes out on top there in that battle between the front 3. Well, that was one of the most fascinating battles we have seen so far in these championships. In fact, none of them will get the gold medal because Thijs van den End comes in, the S9 athlete, on 744 with a time of 4:35.81. Will that be defeated? We do have in second Emile Cornic now on 732. Well, what a fascinating race. And the remaining 3 swimmers now, as you can see, as the points all tick down simultaneously, they're all in the same category, which is S7. It's Hans Schwimmen in lane 2, Max Gelhar in lane 6, and Valero Taras in lane 9. And, well, all the athletes touched in now. But still in first position is Thijs van den End of the Netherlands. 744 points it is for him. And gold as well.
Jugendfinale, 400 Meter Freistil der Männer, Men's 400 Meter Freestyle Youth Final. On lane 0, representing Brazil, Mateus Menezes Ribeiro.
Just to wait the confirmation of those times, and right on cue, here they are. Ivan Salguero Arteza is the quickest of the 10 in that C final. But down to the points, Thijs van den End is far from the end of the leaderboard there. He's certainly at the right end of it. 744 season with the gold medal. Jacobo Garrido Brun in second gets silver, in fact tied with Emile Cornic. That's the 3rd time that's happened where medalists have ended up getting the same score. It's happened with gold medalists, bronze medalists and now silver medalists as well. Will we get anything as close as that in this youth final coming up next? In lane 0 from Brazil is Mateus Menezes Ribeiro. In 1 from Germany is Felix Uli Fischeltmann. In lane 2 from Germany is Malta Braunschweig. In lane 3 from France is Florent Marais. In 4 from Hungary is Bent Moksari. In lane 5 from France is Enzo Virpoy. In 6 from Poland is Igor Harorovic. In lane 7 from Germany is Justin Kaps. In 8 from the USA is Matthew Torres. And in lane 9 from Croatia is Matej Petrelic. This is the men's 400 meter freestyle youth final. Of course, whenever the German athletes are involved in a final, you do hear the place go that little bit more crazy, with the announcer Christian getting everyone riled up, because of course the German faithful will love to see as many German representatives as possible at the Mexico City Games at the end of September. Those championships begin on September the 30th and they last until the 6th of October. 550 athletes will be present. It sounds like a lot. But when you compare it to the amount of athletes that are here, well over 650, then it seems like a very limited space indeed. Also, not to forget that this may be a World Series event, the 5th World Series event of the calendar year, and the final one as well before those World Championships that I mentioned there. But it is, of course, a German Para-National Championships as well. So we do have German champions crowned, we have German junior champions crowned, and then, of course, we have our Open International champions as well. And it is fantastic to see so many competitors from so many different countries come here and take part in this event. Personally, this is my first championships here at the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften, and I've really enjoyed it so far. I can't speak for previous years, but one thing I do know is that because of this World Series initiative now that we have in 2017, it has certainly given people a bit more impetus to come to more events like this one, to be able to get some good competitive time in there and experience as well, to gear them up for the big ones, such as the World Championships in Mexico at the end of September. So that is what is playing more and more in the forefront of these athletes' mind as the days tick by. Just 2.5 months to go now until Mexico, and a lot of these athletes are battling away for places there. In terms of this youth final itself here in the men's 400 metre freestyle, it's a lot about the experience and swimming in front of a home crowd in a national para championships, something which is invaluable experience. And then throw into that as well that there are athletes in the heats, for example, that these guys swim with who are international Paralympic stars. It is just absolutely great for them and their coaches, who I've seen a couple of the German coaches over the last couple of days, and they are absolutely delighted with the opportunities that their swimmers get, particularly now this event has a World Series label attached to it. Leading the way in lane 3, Florent Moresh of France. It's the final 125 metres or so for him. Qualified earlier on today with a heat time of 4:34.45. It wasn't the fastest one in terms of points, but it was in terms of time. So of course he may touch in first, and it more than surely looks like he will do with the way he's been going so far. If he can keep up this sort of pace up in the last 100 metres, then first place will be his. But when it comes down to the points and the calculator via, of course, the Gompertz function, it may look a bit precarious for him. Bence Moksari of Hungary was the man with the highest points tally from this morning out of the finalists here. That was a time of 4:45.73, so it'll be interesting to see if both of those athletes produce similar sort of times tonight. 50 metres to go now for Florent Moresh. Also in the pool from France is Enzo Verpoy in lane 5. He's an S7 swimmer and is in the lowest category here, so most likely will touch in last, and it won't be until he comes up to the wall that we will know for sure who our top 3 positions will be made up of. There are 5 S10 swimmers here, one on the near side, Matthias Menez Ribeiro, one on the far side, Matej Prelic, and in the central lanes of 3, 6 and 7, Florent Moresh, Igor Horovic and Justin Kaps as well. Florent Moresh is the one that touches in first, gets 657 points ahead of Igor Horovic, and in third is Justin Kaps on 609. He's been pushed out the top 3 though, because coming in next is Bence Moksari, and that is the threat that he poses. We suspected it beforehand, and 678 means he currently sits in first position. Doesn't look like we're going to get a German medal, but in lane 5, Enzo Verpoy of France could potentially make it a 2-3 here if he carries up the pace he's got at the moment. Lane 8, Matthew Torres coming in now of the United States of America. He's missed out on a podium position, but it's not all over yet for Enzo Verpoy. Couple of metres away, and he gets first, far from well over 683 points there. It is a French 1-3. Time of 5:25.04 secures it for him. And again, epitomising this multi-class system, you can never confirm who has won these races until the final person comes in. The final person that time, look down at the bottom there, Enzo Verpoy, but he is your gold medalist because 683 points is what he achieves. He swam closest to his respective world record out of those 10 swimmers, and he earns that position at the top of the podium.
On lane 1, representing Great Britain, Tony Shaw. On lane 2, representing Brazil, Laila Suzigan Garcia. On lane 3, representing Great Britain, Alice Tai.
Here we go then with the women's opportunity to shine in the 400-meter freestyle. The B final is where we begin as ever, and in the pool here in lane 0 from Sweden is Pernilla Lindberg. In 1 from Great Britain is Tony Shaw. In 2 from Brazil is Laila Suzigan Garcia. In lane 3 representing Great Britain is Alice Tai. In lane 4 representing a trio of British swimmers in this race is Zara Malouli. In lane 5 from France is Anel Roulet. In 6 representing the Netherlands is Lisa Kruger. In 7 from Germany is Janina Brewer. Aspen Shelton of the USA is in lane 8. And in lane 9 from Italy is Alessia Berra. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle B final. Lane 0 to 9 go Lindberg, Shaw, Garcia, Tai, Malouli, Roulet, Kruger, Brewer, Shelton and Berra.
Und ihr da oben, ich weiß, ihr habt ihnen die Daumen gedrückt. Bei mir sind hier Felix, Justin und Malte. 3 neue C-Kader-Athleten. Gebt denen mal einen riesen Applaus hier mit. Wie fühlt sich's an?
Gut.
Malte, du willst sogar vielleicht B-Kader werden, oder?
Ja, ist auf jeden Fall das Ziel.
Und bei dir, wie ist gelaufen?
Ich fand's okay.
Es war ganz okay, sagt er. Euren Applaus nochmal für die 3 hier.
Meters gone then in this final. I have spoken a lot today about how it's difficult for multi-class swimmers to sort of swim on their own in a way, because not necessarily they're going to have someone in their classification to directly race against. However, when you look at Olympic swimmers do a long distance race such as this, you usually do say that tactically they have to swim their own race. They can't get too distracted or lured in by what other athletes are doing. So maybe that works in favour of some of these athletes when it comes to the multi-class event, because they are so used to having to swim their own race anyway, because they are unsure necessarily of if someone in a lower or higher classification has actually beaten them or not. It can play in their hands, as they just have to go about knowing they have to swim as fast as possible, of course as measured and rationally as possible as well. You can't burn yourself out in the first 200 meters of this event. And in fact, in the end, the athletes might not mind this event as much as you may think, although it's very easy for me to sit here in my glass box in the commentary cage, if you like, and say that. But when you do speak to some of these swimmers, they do say they actually enjoy it, strangely enough. Don't know why, much rather them than me, and they're the ones in the pool at the moment, giving it their all for their club, their country, themselves, their family, in front of the live stream going out across the world, which you are watching. And we are very delighted that you are along with us as well. Day 3 action here from the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017. Unbelievable that there is only one day left of competition. It's gone by so quickly with the amount of world records that we've had over the course of the last 3 days. You would think that we've been here for around a month. We've amassed in total so far, I have to add, so far 30 world records. And our technical director, who was introduced at the start of the session by our announcer Christian, David Metcalf, said that he predicted 39 world records would be broken. At the time when he said that, I think it was around 12 or 13 it was on, and it seemed absolutely ridiculous. But as the world records get broken, and they seem to get broken in bunches as well, we seem to end up getting 2 or 3 in a race or over 2 races. It doesn't seem such an outlandish prediction after all. Most of these athletes are S9 swimmers or above, so in terms of time, they shouldn't be too dissimilar away from each other. The only one that might be is ex-S6 athlete in lane 2, Leila Suzigan Garcia of Brazil. So she will probably touch in last, around a minute we suspect, after everybody else. But of course, she could be right in contention for a medal. Once again, you just can't predict this. It makes it so fascinating. And we are coming towards the finish now. Who is going to get first? Lane 8 is where it is with Aspen Shelton. Just waiting for confirmation of time there. It's 4:45.37. Currently in first, though, in lane 6 is Lisa Kruger of the Netherlands on 761. No world records in this one then, but Lisa Kruger 1 point ahead just of Anel Roulet of France, who has to settle so far for the silver medal. Of course, that is as it stands. We've still got one athlete yet to come in. And in lane 4, Zara Maluli on 757 holds the bronze medal position. All these athletes have one hand on that medal at the moment, but the only person that can disrupt them from that podium spot is Leila Suzigan Garcia, who currently is on 840 points and counting downwards. And as I just look over into the pool now, she is inside the final 25 metres, and I don't think that she is going to get any more than 757. And I think we can confirm that more or less now. So the top 3 there in lane 6, 5 and 4 respectively are our B final champions in the women's 400 metre freestyle here at the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften. Gold for France. Gold for the Netherlands even, and Lisa Kruger. Silver for France, got my flags right this time, and Anel Roulet and Zara Maluli of Great Britain secures the bronze. So a very good race indeed for those European countries of a red, white and blue persuasion in all different forms. Lisa Kruger on top, Anel Roulet in second and Zara Maluli in third.
Lane 4, representing Japan, Chikako Ono. Lane 5, representing Great Britain, Grace Harvey.
C final is up next for us, and who is going to treat us this time around? Well, let's find out, shall we? In lane 0 from Iceland is Thelma Björk Bjornsdottir. In lane 1 from Spain is Julia Benito de Tena. In lane 2, from Canada is Tess Ratliff. In lane 3 from Germany is Verena Schott. In lane 4 from Japan is Chikako Ono. In lane 5 from Great Britain is Grace Harvey. In 6 from Japan is Sakura Koke. In 7 from the United States of America is Harla Lettenberger. In 8 from Great Britain is Lila McLeod. And in 9 from Egypt is Ayala Toothik. This is the women's 400 metre freestyle C final. So in lane 0, Thelma Bjorn Borsdottir of Iceland, S6. I'll tell you something, when Christian Nara, announcer, was going around the crowd yesterday and talking to those from Iceland that have made the long journey from Reykjavik to be here in Berlin, they informed us how Dottir is the female version of Sun. Of course, the Icelandic names that are male usually end in Sun after the father's name. It turns out as well that the female version for that is Dottir. So these championships, if they've not only told you that we have some absolutely unbelievable world para swimmers out there at the moment, you also learn that Dottir is the female version of Sun in Iceland. Although you may be Icelandic watching this and think, yeah, we already knew that, mate. Fair enough. So in lane 0 is Thelma Bjornsdottir. She's an S6 athlete and the only one of 2 S6 athletes in this one. In fact, in lane 9, Ayala Tufik of Egypt is also in that category, which is currently got a world record of 5:14.69, which was recorded in Funchal at last year's European Championships by Ukraine's Yelizaveta Mersheko. And doesn't she have quite a lot of world records to boast in that S6 category? 4 S7 swimmers: Tess Routliff in lane 2, Verena Schott in lane 3, Grace Harvey in 5, and Sakura Koke as well in lane 6. And the record for that one is 4:59.02, recorded in London in 2012 at those Paralympic Games in Britain. A reasonably long-standing record that. As we reach the halfway point, we hope that somebody, maybe if not in this C final here, at least in the A final, might come close to one of these world records. The next category in this race, S8, and the only representative in that bracket is Hayala Lettenberger of the United States of America. That record, 4:40.33, and that was done in the most recent Paralympic Games, of course, in Rio de Janeiro. The S10 category, again, one representative where that is concerned, and that is Julia Benito de Tena, a world record that she's looking to get close to of 4 minutes 29.96. And of course, it does show you as well with the classifications, it doesn't necessarily mean that the higher the classification is, that the quicker the time is. It does vary because each classification, yes, there's a less physical impairment as the increments go upwards. It doesn't necessarily mean that the athletes are more able to swim fast, for example. In the S11 category, again, one representative there. That is Chikako Ono of Japan, aiming for a time of 5:10.77. Of course, one word that I haven't really said about the Japanese athletes so far this week, and we have seen a bit of success from them today, which is fantastic for them and their coaches and supporters that had made the long journey from East Asia, is that, of course, the next Paralympic Games is in Tokyo, and we are currently 1 year on, almost, from the last Paralympic Games. We are a quarter of the way through the 4-year cycle before the next Olympic Games, and those Japanese athletes, my goodness me, they must be really getting hyped for those Japanese Games. I suppose the feeling is, and if you ask people from China in 2008, in the build-up to that, those from Britain in the build-up to 2012, and para-athletes most recently from Brazil in the build-up to the Rio Games, it's almost a bit surreal for them that they're actually going to be competing on the world stage, but also in front of their home crowd. But believe me, those 3 years will go very quickly indeed. Preparation is key now, and of course, as we saw from their form earlier on, that preparation early on is working dividends already. In the final category in this heat as well, in this final, should I say, it's S13's Lily McLeod, and that record is 4:19.99. So we begin to get our first couple in now. 665 is the score that leads the way. That is recorded by Julia Benito de Tena of Spain. 5:02.04 was the time. It sees her 10 points clear of Lily McLeod. But then we have a new leader, leading by 7 points now, is Ayala Lettenberger of the United States of America. In the S8 category, it's a time of 5:19.99. 9-7.
So, nun wollen wir sehen, was bei Verena Schott hier
Who
noch
is going to
rauskommt.
touch in next? It
Am
looks like
Ende
in lane 4 it will be Shikaka
hier
Ono
erwartet die
of Japan, who we
5:41
touched on a
wird's
bit
nicht
there,
werden,
and
aber sie macht
724.
wieder
It just
eine
shows you
klasse
this
Zeit
seems
hier.
to be Japan's day
Wie
here
gesagt,
in
das
Berlin.
ist nicht ihre Paradestrecke hier.
5:42.65 the time. Is that going to be
52,
another
ein
gold
bisschen
medal
langsamer
for
als heute
Shikaka
Morgen,
Ono
aber das macht,
and
glaube ich, gar nichts.
Japan? Well, it does seem at the moment that Shikaka Ono is going to be numero Ono in these leaderboards.
Und ihr helft natürlich hier
On the
auf
near side,
der
that's Thelma
Bahn
Bjornsdottir
die Isländerin
of
hier
Iceland.
ebenfalls
Coming in the final few meters
Ziel.
now. She's going to get a time under 6:20. It's a time of 6:16.69, which accumulates to 637 points.
Jugendfinale 400 Meter Freistil der Frauen. Women's 400 Meter Freestyle Youth Final. Auf der Bahn 0 aus der Schweiz Nora Meister. Auf der Bahn 1 von der VfS Rödermark Kim Snyder. On lane 2 representing Great Britain Daniel Harton. On lane 3 representing the United States of America Julia Gaffney. Lane 4.
Results there of that C final. Lily McLeod on top, 4:58.84, but the gold medal is for Shikaka Ono of Japan, as we see now on 724. Grace Harvey in second on 706, and in third spot from Canada is Tessa Ratliff on 683, just 2 points ahead there of Verena Schott. Youth final is up next for the women's 400 meter freestyle. Remember, after this race we have the A finals, and they are going to be something to remember here on the penultimate night of action at the International Deutsche Meisterschaften Championships here in Berlin. Lane 0 for this is Nora Meister from Switzerland. In 1 from Germany is Kim Snyder. In 2 from Great Britain is Danielle Hartin. In lane 3 from the United States is Julia Gaffney. In 4 from Hungary is Sofia Konkoli. In 5 from the Netherlands is Amber van der Kroek. In 6 from Great Britain is Molly Hopkins. In 7 from France is Jade Lebris. In lane 8 from Germany is Felicia Labera. And in 9 also from Germany and swimming in her home pool here in Berlin as well is Leah Stengel. Leah Stengel is the joint youngest swimmer as well in the pool here, alongside Molly Hopkins in lane 6 and Nora Meister in lane 0 on the near side as well. And we have classifications ranging S8 to S14, an AB swimmer in there as well, which is Kim Snyder in lane 1. The S8 swimmers in lane 0 and 3, courtesy of Nora Meister of Switzerland and Julia Gaffney of America in lane 3. S9 swimmers in 4, 6, 7 and 8. Sophia Konkoli, Molly Hopkins, Jade Lebris and Felicia Labera respectively. In S10 it's Leah Stengel in lane 9, and the 2 S14 representatives are Amber van der Kroek in lane 5 and Danielle Hartin in lane 2. So we're not expecting any world records to fall in these youth finals. These swimmers one day will be getting those heights of world records, but it's all about that sort of preparation now. And of course, if you are in the youth final at this sort of time, it is fantastic. 1 year after the last Paralympic Games, 3 years on to the next one. It's enough time to prepare at this sort of age of around 15, 16, 17 years old to get yourself physically ready, mentally ready for the challenge of potentially getting in at least a Paralympic Games, if not the finals, and maybe even the medals. Who knows? But for now, the main focus is the International Deutsche Meisterschaften medals here in Berlin. Who's going to get a place on the podium for this youth final? We will wait and see as we come up towards the halfway point now.
So, in diesem Lauf ist hier noch drin die Felicia Laberer und die Lea Stengel aus Potsdam und vom Berliner Schwimmteam. Und die waren beide dicht beieinander. 5,19, 68, 5,21, 21. Also wenn sie das nochmal heute schaffen würden, hier so um die 5,20 zu schwimmen, dann wäre das schon mal eine tolle Leistung.
Final 100 metres to go, and in front, just about, Amber van der Kruk in the S14 category, ahead of Danielle Harten, who is in her category. This is one of the few events that we've seen, not just today, but over the course of the last 3 days, where two swimmers locking horns in the same category, out and out for gold. Whoever touches first out of those two will come out of top. Whether or not they come out on top overall is another thing, but they'll definitely come out on top in the S14 category, and they'll have done all they can do. And Danielle Harten is beginning to turn up the ante towards the final 50 metres, and she's the one that is now leading the way over Amber van der Kruk. It has all flipped on its head in the last 75 metres or so. Those two are pulling away from the rest of the pool. Trying to keep on the tail of them is Kim Snyder, the AB athlete from Germany. But it's going to be a very difficult task from her to swallow up that ground in front of her. It's all down now to Danielle Harten to hold on to this. And the great British athlete in the last couple of metres will coast home in the end. Just over 5 minutes. 5 minutes 26 is the time there. And that is over 7 seconds off of her entry time. Will it be enough for the gold medal? Well, it looks like it will be, because those three swimmers coming in on the far side there, Jade Labrie, Felicia Labera and Leah Stengel respectively, are all going to get lower than 600. 631 the one to beat, and it will not be beaten either. Danielle Harten must know it now, with a time just over 5 minutes. She is the youth final champion for the women's 400 metre freestyle. In second spot in lane 4 is Sophia Concoli, the S9 athlete there. But you can see the delight on Danielle Harten's face. I don't think she can quite believe it, but she will be a gold medalist after this. So they are your confirmed times up on the scoreboard now. Danielle Harten not only takes it with the time, as we suspected, the one that took it out of the S14 swimmers with the time does take it with the points, because she gets 631 ahead of Sophia Concoli, and in fact it's a British 1-3 because Molly Hopkins did a wonderful job from lane 6. He managed to secure a bronze medal there, so there will be two British representatives on the podium, joined alongside Sophia Concoli, who gets silver for Hungary.
Die A-Finals, und wir haben 50 Meter Freistil der Herren, der Damen und dann 50 Meter Brust der Herren und der Damen. Und ja, da wird es jetzt gleich richtig, richtig heiß hergehen. Ich sage Ihnen nur, ein Weltrekord mit 23,20 wird hier gleich am Start sein. Aber mehr verraten wir jetzt erstmal von hier noch nicht. Oliver.
So we now move on to the A finals, and the first of them is the men's 50 metre freestyle. Make sure you hold on to something for this, folks, because this could be a very rocky affair indeed. Some fantastic names in this one. Just look at them there. It's a who's who of para 50-meter freestyle swimming. Good luck trying to find a winner from this one. Let's have a look then at our competitors in this final. In lane 0 from Great Britain is Jonathan Fox. He's had a superb last 12 months or so, not only at the Rio Games, but also here in Berlin as well. He finished 6th in the final in Rio in this event. He'll be looking to do a lot better than that here in the German capital. In lane 1 from Switzerland is the veteran there. You can see Stefan Führer, who will make his way into the pool on the referee's first whistle. He's an S5 athlete, born in 1967. He's certainly been there and done that on the world stage. In lane 2 from Great Britain is Jack Thomas, with headphones on there, looking very cool indeed ahead of this one, readying himself and blocking out all the external noise in the arena. In lane 3 from Japan is Kiichi Kimura, one of the successful Japanese athletes that we saw earlier, and he'll be on course, he hopes, for the Paralympic Games in Tokyo in 2020. In lane 4, well, what can you say about this man? It's Andre Brazil. He finished 300ths of a second off a bronze in his home Paralympic Games in Rio back in 2016. It was agonizing for him, but he's back here today looking to show why he's won 7 Paralympic gold medals. Of course, Andre Brazil, favourite for this one with the highest points as well from earlier on today, and a fantastic reception from him as well. Quite a few Brazilians in the crowd here, and they are all getting behind him. In lane 5 from Great Britain, it's been a fantastic few days for this young man, Thomas Heimer, who is 19 years of age. Another British athlete, keeping on the headphones there and the long coat as well. Going to keep warm for as long as possible here.
Thomas Heimer.
He'll be looking to cause some damage in the pool today and will not be phased about the experience around him from not only Andre Brazil in lane 4, but this man as well in lane 6. It's the gold medalist from this event in 2016 in Rio. It's Io Boki of Belarus. His time that day was 23.44. He can do faster than that as well. He has the world record from 2015 in Glasgow of 23.2. Io Boki will not only be eyeing up gold, he'll be eyeing up a world record too. In lane 7 is Tak Mamistavalov of Israel, another man who holds a world record coming into this event.
Paralympics and winner 2004. He's representing Israel, Isak Mameswolow.
Auf der Bahn 8 aus Litauen, auch war
Edgaras Matakas lines up in lane 8 of Lithuania.
2016 in Rio, representing Lithuania, Edgaras Matakas.
That's a leathern athlete, of course, fully blind, wearing the blackened goggles in this one, hence why he's getting the support there from his chaperone. And last but by no means least is Great Britain's Jordan Catchpole in his first international event. He certainly has not looked phased so far at all, and the S14 athlete is ready to try and get a medal in this final. It's going to be difficult because, by goodness me, it could be any one of these 10 athletes. I'm really looking forward to this one. Lane 0 to 9, Fox, Führer, Thomas, Kimura, Brazil, Heimer, Boki, Mamistavalov, Matakas, and Catchpole. This is the men's 50-meter freestyle A final. Here we go. This is going to go by like an absolute flash, this one. The main field of swimmers will all finish this at around the 30-second mark, but of course it's another example of you don't know what's happened until the last person touches in, because Istak Mamistavalov will take over a minute to finish this from lane 7, so he may be a favourite, but we'll have to wait for his time in a while. So touching in first there in lane 5 is Thomas Heimer with 863 points. The only person that can beat that now is Istak Mamistavalov. Currently in second spot is Aya Haboki, and in third at this moment in time as well on 834 is Andre Brazil. Thomas Harmer, I said he wasn't phased by the two either side of him, Andre Brazil and Aya Haboki, and he demonstrated that in the pool there. The S14 athlete currently holds all the cards here, 863 in pole position to take the gold medal in this all-star A final for the men's 50-meter freestyle. Now it's down to Istak Mamistavalov, holds the world record in his S1 category of 103.8. Will he do better than that? The answer is no, and he won't get in the top 3 either. He gets 621 points, and that means that taking that final and the gold medal, a big well done to Great Britain's Thomas Harmer. There's your confirmation of the times. Aya Haboki touching in first, but because his world record is that bit faster, it means Thomas Heimer on 863 points gets there ahead of him by 10 points. Andre Brazil gets a bronze, another one to add to his stellar collection of medals, but Thomas Heimer has another gold and another success story to tell after this event here in Berlin. Well, I hope you've caught your breath after that one. If you've still got your seatbelt strapped in, make sure they stay that way, because the women are coming next with their 50-meter freestyle A final. And in lane 0, the S12 athlete from Spain is Maria Delgado Nadal. 29.13 was her heat time earlier on today. One of the lesser times in terms of points, but she is just 20 years of age and is looking as if she's sampling the atmosphere and absolutely loving it along the way as well. In lane 1, S14 athlete from Great Britain, Jessica Jane Applegate. We've seen her face just as much out of the pool as we have in it, as Christina's got many an interview from Jessica Jane Applegate this week due to the amount of world record that she has managed to amass. In lane 2 is the legend from Kazakhstan in the S3 category, that is Zulfaya Gabiladina. She not only boasts several previous world records, a gold medal in 2016 at the Paralympic Games. That was a time of 42.24. And she looks like she's enjoying this event here today as well. What will she muster up in the pool? We are moments away from finding out. The world record holder in the S3 category is Zulfaya Gabiladina. Next to her is someone on the opposite end of the age spectrum. I built her up quite a bit this week. She's yet to get a world record this week, despite the 18 that she's recorded in the previous 3 years. It's Lisette Brunsma. Could this be the moment that she shows the world exactly what she is made of? It's not like she hasn't already in the past few years, but she would love to go in her last competitive race before the World Championships on a high. In lane 4 from Sweden, and just a 100th of a second from a world record earlier in this event, it's Maja Rijkaard. She got an area record earlier on, and that is exactly why she is in lane 4, and she looks very confident and happy to be here as well. And she also has cracking goggles with the Swedish flag on her goggles. In lane 5, Monica Boggioni. Yesterday was all about her. The S4 athlete has really become a star, seemingly overnight. Before this event, she wasn't exactly one of the hottest swimmers to come to these championships, but after it, she will come away as one of the favourites for years to come in para swimming. In lane 6 from Great Britain is the S12 athlete Hannah Russell, gold medalist in this event in Rio 2016 at the Paralympics. 27.53 was her time on that night. How fast can she go today? Can she possibly break the world record that has been held by Oksana Shevchenko since 2012? In lane 7 from Potsdam is the swimmer of the year from Potsdam. It's Maika Naomi Schnittger, dubbed by the announcer as the local hero, and you can't bet against it either, especially with a cheer like that. That, no doubt, will her on to success in this final. In lane 8 from Canada is Aurélie Rivard, the S10 athlete, another gold medalist that we have from the Paralympic Games in 2016 from Rio, and she won that pretty comfortably as well in the end in the S10 category. She got a world record that night on 27.37. What is up her sleeve for tonight? And lastly, but by no means least, is Joanna Medkak that we saw there of Poland. In lane 9, it really is another star-studded lineup here in the pool. This is the women's 50-metre freestyle A final. From lane 0 to 9, it's Nadal, Applegate, Gabidalina, Brunsma, Rijkaard, Boggioni, Russell, Schnittger, Rivard and Mendak. Here we go, we're off and underway. This could be a final similar to the last one. We do have mostly swimmers in the higher echelons of the classification list. However, Monica Boggioni in lane 5 is an S4 swimmer, and Zulfaya Gavladina, an S3 swimmer in lane 2, will come in around 10-15 seconds after the rest of the pool. So we'll have to wait and see as to who the last touch will be from, to see if we get a world record and a gold medal from them. It's very close, 982. How about that from Maja Rijkaard of Sweden? It's 30.82 seconds, and it's just outside of the world record slot. Coming in there in 5th is Zulfaya Gabladina. It is another medal for Monica Boggioni of Italy. Her time is 39.83, amassing 969 points. No world records in that one, but still some top quality swimming, particularly those in the central 4 lanes there. You've got to mention, just getting into the medals is Lisette Brunsma of the Netherlands, and just missing out is Hannah Russell of Great Britain. What a fantastic final that was, and we can see now on the scores just how close it was. Lisette Brunsma pipping Hannah Russell to a bronze medal there by 31 points. Monica Boggioni in 2nd, but taking the gold is Maja Rijkaard of Sweden. The men's 50-metre breaststroke is next. In lane 0 from Belarus is Oladmir Izotau, another man who means business. The beard, the tattoos, they just tell you that man is made of steel, and he'll be looking to set the pool alight tonight. In lane 1 from Germany is Daniel Simon. He is one of the crowd favourites of the Germans, purely because not only of what he's done in the past, but what he's done this week as well has been fantastic, holding the German record in this event. In lane 2 from the Netherlands is Mark Evers, who's had a wonderful last couple of years or so, and he only continues to rise, just in the same trajectory as the rest of his Dutch teammates, and he lines up in lane number 2. In 3 is the legend that is Miguel Luga of Spain, born in 1976 and still competing at the highest level today. He is one of 2 SB3 swimmers in this one, and he looks very cool indeed. So you would be if you were someone as talented as that man. The other swimmer in the SB3 category is Ephraim Morelli, who finished with the highest points earlier on today. It'll be interesting to see the battle that forms between lanes 3 and 4 with Miguel Luca and Ephraim Morelli. They'll be at it hammer and tong, locking horns all the way towards the finish. In lane 5 from Japan is Keiichi Kimura, who we've already seen him do incredibly well in the 50-meter freestyle. What will he do in the breaststroke now over the same distance? In lane 6 from Spain is Oscar Salguero Galisteo, one of 2 Spanish athletes in this final. Both of them will feel as if they can knock on the door for a place on the podium. In lane 7 from the Netherlands is Duncan van Haren. He is the youngest swimmer in the pool in this final, the only one born in the 21st century. 17 years old he is this year, born in the year 2000. In lane 8 from Potsdam is the German Torben Schmidtke, born in 1989. A wry smile to the crowd there, and you can see on his chest as well the red marks where he is beating it, getting himself psyched up for this one. Not like he needs it in front of a home crowd on the international stage. James LaRue completes the pool in lane 9. The Canadian is an SB9 swimmer, chasing a world record of 28.24 seconds. He is looking as if he's blocking everything out around him here, focusing solely on his race plan for the 50 meters ahead. That is your lineup for the men's 50-meter breaststroke. In 0 to 9, it's Isatao, Simon, Evers, Luca, Morelli, Kimura, Salguero Galisteo, Van Haren, Schmidtke, and LaRue. So Ephraim Morelli, the favourite for this one, lining up in lane 4. He was absolutely sensational earlier on this morning, and as we said, the key battle will be further down the pool between him and Miguel Luca. I have a personal feeling whoever comes out on top in lanes 3 and 4 with the SB3 swimmers will win this race. Also, Keiichi Kimura will be up there as well in lane 5 of Japan, SB11 swimmer. He'll be one of the first to touch in, the first one to get in there. Keiichi Kimura on 938 points. That currently leads the way, but look at this, Miguel Luga and Ephraim Morelli pushing each other stroke for stroke all the way here. Will we see a new world record, 994, and it is Ephraim Morelli who replicates what he did earlier on this morning in the heats and takes it ahead of Miguel Luga once again. Well, that was competition at its finest. And in that SB3 category, we can see it's an area record recorded by Ephraim Morelli. He showed us a glimpse of what he could do earlier on today. That is why he started in lane 4. But perhaps a bit surprisingly against the super talented and experienced Miguel Luga, Ephraim Morelli is the one coming out on top.
Women's 50-meter breaststroke.
Well, that really was top quality stuff between those two, and it just shows you that when you do have two swimmers battling away in the same classification for the same medal, it really does raise the quality of the race up a few more notches.
On lane 0, the silver medalist from the Paralympics 2016 over 100-meter breaststroke.
Next up is the women's breaststroke over 50 meters. This is the A final in lane 0 from Italy, and with a big smile on her face there is Giulia Giretti. She is alongside the Polish SB8 athlete Paulina Wozniak from the Polish Paralympic swimming team. She is certainly familiar with the international stage. Will the nerves be on her? And if they are, well, can she use them to spur her on to a medal?
On lane 2, she is in a real good shape here, is swimming 2
in lane
European
2
records, and she is swimming
is Maya Rijkaard. She has just jumped out of the pool, and she's going to be back in it straight again. We hope for her sake and for Sweden's as well, and for ours really, because we want to see a quality race from her, that she's not feeling too fatigued from it. I doubt she will do. She will certainly give it her all here. in what will be final race of the night. In lane 3, the first of two Dutch swimmers right next to each other in two of the fastest lanes. Chantal Zuiderveld, she was alongside Lisa Kruger last night on the podium. They both were singing along to the national anthem, big smiles and arms outstretched. Things looking a bit more serious now though ahead of this one. It's Lisa Kruger there, her and Chantal Zuiderveld the same age and in the same classification. In lane 5, just like Maya Rijkaard, straight out of the pool and back in it once again. Monica Boggioni just can't get enough, not only of the pool, but only of success. She's been one of the stars of these last 3 days. Can she top off tonight with another medal under the belt? In lane 6, from Cyprus, is Carolina Pelindritu, born in 1986. She is the oldest swimmer in this final, an SP12 athlete, looking at a record of 35.07 set by Carolina in 2012 here, 5 years ago. Can she beat her own record? We would absolutely love her to. In lane 7, from Spain, in the highest classification of SB14, the only one in that classification in this final, is Michelle Alonso Morales of Spain. The record that she is chasing is unclassified currently, but she will undoubtedly know what sort of time she has to get at to get around the 900 mark. I feel like that's what will be needed to win this final. There are so many quality names in it. In lane 8, from Germany, in her home pool here in Berlin, it's Emily Teller. In the SB12 category, 35.07 is the record that she has to get close to. Again, that was done in Berlin in 2012. Rebecca Redfern completes the pool, and when the expression last but by no means least is used, it is used quite often, but it certainly is meant in this case. Rebecca Redfern, one of the stars of the Great British team. She has been the poster girl many a time of that female para squad, and she completes what is a super pool here, full of bursting talent. The women's 50-metre breaststroke final from 0 to 9, Goretti, Wozniak, Rijkaard, Zuiderveld, Kruger, Boggioni, Pelindritu, Alonso Morales, Teller and Redfern. This is the women's 50-metre breaststroke A final. Vast majority of these swimmers in similar classifications, so we should see similar sort of times. Of course, it's all about the points. Monica Boggioni in lane 5 and Juliet Goretti in lane 0 will be the last two to finish, but particularly Monica Boggioni's case, do not rule her out at all of the top 3. Good start from Chantal Zuiderveld in lane 3, the SB9 athlete from the Netherlands, chasing her own world record of 34.46 that she recorded in Eindhoven, and I think she's beaten it. 33.97 it was, and now it was 34.46, and it is a world record. We'll get confirmation of that. 1,043. We'll confirm that after the race, because still coming in lane 5 is Monica Boggioni. She's hunting down a world record as well, and she's just missed out. And in third spot in lane 4 is Lucy Kruger, but a new world record for the Dutch swimmer. So there's confirmation of that new world record from Chantal Zuiderveld. Absolutely superb from her, and no doubt she will be singing again. Very proud indeed with Lisa Kruger. She put the hashtag proud to be orange. Well, she definitely is tonight. Her and Lisa Kruger will be reunited on that podium to sing along to the Dutch national anthem later on tonight. Monica Boggioni comes in between them, 988 points for her, but we'll hear now from Chantal Zuiderveld, and I'll tell you something, you have to do well in order to beat Monica Boggioni, especially in the form that she's been on so far this weekend. Let's get a word with Christian now. He is with Chantal Zuiderveld.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Chantal Zuiderveld. So please give her a big applause, a new world record holder. Chantal, so you are jumping, I think so, from outside into the water. What was the feeling? What was the first impression?
Well, my race this morning was pretty good, but I wanted to be faster. And well, that happened, and it was actually faster than I thought. So yeah, I'm really happy with that.
And all was perfect, and we have a new world record holder, Chantal Zuiderveld. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He looks absolutely delighted with that, and it's no surprise either. Back on the podium again, the Dutch, and they have really showed just how successful their para program is at the moment. They are looking very sharp indeed for Mexico at the Para World Championships at the end of September.
Louis White, Janina Breuer, Denise Grahl, Maike Naomi Schnittger, Lisette Bruinsma, Monica Boggioni, Maja Reichert, Pauline Opitz, Marlene Endrolat, Gina Böttcher, Eleanor Robinson, Chantal Zuiderveld und Lisette Bruinsma. Zur Siegerehrung, please come to the victory ceremony.
And we are about to get underway with the medal ceremony for some of those outstanding finals that we have seen already tonight. A bit of a much needed breather, I think, because after this batch of medal ceremonies we will go to our last two finals on the penultimate night of action here at the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Championships 2017 here in Berlin. Two freestyle finals coming up in the 400 metre event, one for the men's, one for the women's, but that is after this medal ceremony, which is incoming a few moments' time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony over men's 4x100 meter individual medley rally. This victory ceremony is represented by Ute Schinkwitz, head coach of the German national team, and 3 times gold medalist winner by the Paralympics, and in the presidium of our handicap federation here in Berlin, Kirsten Brun. Third and winner of the bronze medal, Poland. Second and winner of the silver medal, Team United States of America. And we have 2 gold medalists. You can see 587 points for the United States. And the other team is representing Potsdam, Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of United States of America. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen, sofern Sie können, für die Nationalhymne der Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika. And we have 2 gold medalists. So, ladies and gentlemen, now the national anthem of Germany. Und wir haben 2 Goldmedaillengewinner hier. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Deshalb noch einmal die Nationalhymne Deutschlands. Keiner gemerkt. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Congratulations.
Well, we did see a few finals earlier on where we saw, well, that was the final where we saw 2 teams get gold. We saw a final where 2 athletes got bronze. We saw a final as well where 2 athletes got silver. So it's good to see that there are enough medals to go around for everybody, especially difficult in a relay when you're having to give out 8 gold medals in the end. But it seemed to work out just fine. We're now ready to tune in for the next ceremony.
Zweiter wurde von der VSG Darmstadt Daniel Simon.
So this is the final for German athletes. The awards that for bronze, silver and gold for the best German athletes.
Von der SG Bayer Tobias Pollab.
in the 53. Tobias Pollack there, showing great glee indeed as he takes on his complimentary mascot Paralinos there. He seems very happy about that as well, lifting that higher than the medal. And a big well done to those German medal winners there. Of course, this is an international event, but it's also the German national event as well for these para swimmers. And the crowd come just as much for them as they do for our international stars. Great support from the home German crowd, who are certainly showing their appreciation there for those 3 German medalists. And we have the German medalists, and we also have the youth German medalists as well.
Zweiter wurde vom SV Unna Adam Karas. Und deutscher Jugendmeister über 50 Meter Freistil wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Malte Braunschweig. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Victory ceremony, men's 50-meter freestyle. Youth on the second place, both with 641 points. Representing Netherlands, Duncan van Haren. And also second, representing Hungary, Bence Moksari. And international youth champion of Germany, representing Great Britain, Lewis White. Congratulations. Victory ceremony, men's 50-meter freestyle open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 834 points, representing Brazil, André Brasil. Second with 853 points, representing Belarus, Iha Bocki. and international champion over men's 50-meter freestyle with 836 points, representing Great Britain, Thomas Hammer. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Great Britain. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Großbritanniens. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Siegerehrung über die 50 Meter Freistil der Frauen in der offenen deutschen Klasse. Hier belegte den dritten Platz vom Berliner Schwimmteam Janina Breuer. Zweite wurde von Hanse SV Rostock Denise Grahl. Und meine Damen und Herren, vorhin ist es ein bisschen in der Hektik untergegangen. Deshalb mache ich es jetzt umso mehr. Zum ersten Mal in ihrem Leben ist sie unter 28 Sekunden geschwommen, nämlich 27,99 und hat damit einen neuen deutschen Rekord aufgestellt und ist natürlich auch deutsche Meisterin geworden. Vom SC Potsdam, Maike Naomi Schnittger. Und wir kommen gleich im Anschluss zur Jugendwertung Deutsche Meisterschaft der Jugend über 50 Meter Freistil. Hier belegte den dritten Platz vom Berliner Schwimmteam Pauline Opitz. Zweite wurde vom SV Göppingen 04 Marlene Endrolat. Und deutsche Jugendmeisterin über 50 Meter Freistil wurde vom SC Potsdam Gina Böttcher. Ja, vielleicht gehen die Damen noch zusammen. Genau, das mögen die Fotografen immer ganz besonders. Nochmal euren Applaus hier für die jungen Damen. Second and winner of the silver medal with 759 points, representing Netherlands, Chantal Sjaderveld. And international champion of youth in Germany with 952 points, representing Netherlands, Lisette Brunsma. Yeah, spend a big applause for the medalists, please. So 3 very, very fast ladies. Victory ceremony, 50-meter freestyle open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 952 points, representing Netherlands, Lisette Brunsma. Second with 969 points, representing Italy, Monica Bognoni. And international German champion over 50-meter freestyle women with 982 points, representing Sweden, Maja Reichert. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Sweden. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen, sofern Sie es können, für die Nationalhymne Schwedens.
Immense pride there on the face of Maja Reichert as she takes the gold medal alongside Lisette Brunsma and Monica Bogioni. Three of the standout stars of this week so far. And they all of them with very big smiles on their faces indeed.
Olli. Olli im Vorstart.
So more of the medal ceremonies to come later on, but that will be after our next final, which is the men's 400-meter freestyle A final. This is the final men's event of the day. This is the penultimate night of action here in Berlin at the Europa Sports Park. And once again, it is a star-studded lineup in terms of world para swimming. You're watching from Great Britain, then there's a lot of interest for you in this one. 5 British athletes taking to the pool. Vast majority of those competitors from Europe. In lane 0 from Great Britain is Jacob Leach. In lane 1 from the Netherlands is Bas Taken, who just missed out on a bronze medal in Paralympic 2016 in Rio. Can he get on the podium this time around? You can see the colours of the Paralympic logo there on his side. Seen those tattoos quite a lot over the course of the last few days. Shows how much Paralympic swimming means to these athletes. In lane 2 from Belarus is Aya Boki, who has won most competitions that he competes in. Of course, he won gold in this event as well. In Rio 2016 in the Paralympic Games, he is one of the favourites for this one. Ollie Hines not swam in too many races this week, but when he has swam, he's looked very impressive indeed. Of course, he beat his brother yesterday, Sam, in the 800-meter freestyle in terms of world records. Ollie Hind looking for another one today. Thomas Hamer, well, goodness knows what he's listening to. It must be the same song every single time, but whatever it is that he listens to, it seems to work, because he's already won a gold tonight. And he's off for another one tonight. In lane 5 from the Netherlands is S4 Paralympic swimmer Michael Schumacher. There he is there. Another man who has looked very good. Over the course. The reason that I stopped there is that one of our purple balloons has gone up towards the ceiling, which is a shame. We're now down to just 2 on the left-hand side. So we've lost quite a few in the first couple of days. Anyway, back to the swimmers here. In lane 6, Francesco Bocciardo of Italy. An S6 athlete, got the gold medal in Rio in 2016 as well. He's wearing that gold cap synonymous with the Italian athletes, driving for gold in the pool here as well. In lane 7 from Great Britain is Lewis White, joint youngest swimmer in this event alongside his fellow countryman Jacob Leach, who we mentioned earlier, in lane 0. Lewis White competed in Rio and got bronze in this event in 2016. Fantastic achievement for someone who is just 17 years of age, of course 16 at the time. In lane 8 from the United States of America is Robert Griswold. He finished 5th in that Paralympic final, and I'm sure when it comes to Tokyo, he'll fancy himself a bit higher up the rankings. Same with Jordan Catchpole as well. This is his first international event, as we've mentioned quite a few times, not just today, but across the week as well. And he has rarely put a foot wrong in the pool. He's going for another solid final here as well, and he completes the pool in lane number 9 for Great Britain. So from lane 0 tonight, it's Leach, Tacken, Bocky, Hind, Heimer, Schoonmaker, Bocciado, White, Griswold and Catchpole. This is the men's 400 metre freestyle A final. And finally we are able to get underway. Of course, usually in the heats, the swimmers with the more severe physical infringements are able to go on the outside lanes, and it's a lot easier for them to access the pool. But when it comes to the finals, the central lanes are occupied by those who accumulated the most points rather than the best time. Of course, the people that usually would be in the higher category, and therefore Michael Schoonmaker, as we saw there, started on the edge of the pool when the names were announced before going into the pool all the way to lane 5, which took a couple of moments, of course, but everyone is present and correct in the pool now, and we are ready for a very significant final on our hands. It's the last men's event of the night. This is the penultimate night of action here at the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Championships 2017.
And ladies and gentlemen, on lane 2,
we've seen 6 world records today.
6 times champion of the Paralympics.
Haven't had any in the final so far, which is a massive surprise, but there are still 2 races to come for that to occur. This one, and also
Thomas Hammer. His new world record is 4 minutes 13.62, and my speaker and I
also the women's 400 meter freestyle A final as well.
Now in the evening session, then we don't understand, but it is only 1 world record. So we hope that we have a second world record. For us, it's a second world record, but we will look what has happened.
In lane 2 is Aya Bocky of Belarus, S13 swimmer, one of the higher classifications, and halfway through he is the one leading the way. The world record for the S13 category is set by Aya Bocky back in 2013 in Montreal. It was a time of 3:55.56. And we may as well have a run through all of the classifications. S4 competing in that classification. Michael Schoenmaker, as we mentioned earlier, in lane 5 for the Netherlands in S6. Competing there we have Francesco Bocciardo in lane number 6. The record for that set by Anders Olsen in 2009 in Reykjavik, and the record is 4 minutes 47.75. Next up, the classification of S8, and Jacob Leach in lane 0 is in that, as is Ollie Hind in lane 3, and also Robert Griswold in lane 8, and that record is held by Ollie Hind. It's what he did in Rio at the Paralympic Games in 2016, a time of 4:21.89. In terms of the 8-9 category, Lewis White, the only swimmer involved in that particular argument. That record being held by Brendan Hall of Australia from Montreal in 2013, a time of 4:09.93. In terms of S10, Bas Takken is the one waving the flag for that classification, and the record is 3:57.71. But our attention focuses to that S13 category, and Iabocki, that record of 3:55.56. He's not going to beat that.
And now I think he's faster.
It's 926 from him, 4:01.63. Will it be enough for the gold medal? You would suspect so. Still a long way to go here. Bas Takken will not beat that. Incidentally, the S14 record is 4:13.7. As the swimmers begin to come home now. In lane 4, Thomas Harmer is 4:19.09, slower than he was earlier, but quicker than he was earlier is Ollie Hind of Great Britain, 4:23.06. It's not a new world record, but 986 is the points that he manages to get. That is very good indeed. Here we have the camera on Francesco Bocciardo in lane 6, the S6 athlete from Italy. Of course, that record he's going for is 4:47.75. He won't beat it, but how close will he get to it? That will total his points. Michael Schoenmaker as well, still yet to finish in lane 5. He doesn't look as if he's on course for it at this moment in time. Don't want to speculate at this early point, but he's got a long way to go, Michael Schoenmaker, 75 metres in total. Jessica Jane Applegate said earlier, when you're swimming on your own, whether you're at the front or the back, it is very difficult to keep going. Usually when you've got someone either side of you that's racing against you directly, it pushes you on that extra bit more to kick on with a second wind, put the foot on the gas and put on the afterburners. But it's difficult when you're on your own in the pool. But Michael Schoenmaker, being an S4 swimmer in multi-class events, will be used to this, especially being an athlete as experienced as he is. Born in 1983, he has been all over.
I will hear the Netherlands. Yeah, it's better. In the morning session, he is swimming 6 minutes.
25 metres to go for Michael Schoenmaker. No confirmed world record from the IPC for the S4 category, but of course they know what sort of time is worth 1,000. He's not going to be a million miles away here. He won't get the gold. He might get the silver. He does as well. 950 something. We'll have to confirm what it is, but that's the sort of time he got there. 957 it was. 6:27.58. In first spot then, Ollie Hind takes another gold medal for him. In second spot is Michael Schoenmaker, and in third is Iabocki. And that is your final men's event of the evening. We still have one more race to come. Don't go anywhere. It's the women's 400 metre freestyle A final. But that is your final results list for that men's event there. They're the times. Iabocki on top, but it changes when it comes to the points. Ollie Hind leading the way, Michael Schoenmaker in second, and Iabocki completes the podium. As I say, we will have in a few moments' time the women's 400 metre freestyle A final. A few more medal ceremonies to come first. And they are the ceremonies for the 50 metre breaststroke, male and female, of course, in the senior international category, the junior international category, the German category, and the German junior category as well.
Und meine Damen und Herren, wir kommen zur Siegerehrung über 50 Meter Brust in der offenen deutschen Klasse. Hier belegte den dritten Platz von der SG Bayer Talisso Engel. Zweiter wurde Daniel Simon. Und meine Damen und Herren, deutscher Meister 2017 über 50 Meter Brust vom SC Potsdam, Torben Schmidtke. Und ich komme sofort zur deutschen Wertung 50 Meter Brust im Jugendfinale. Hier belegte den dritten Platz von der SG Bayer Yannis Katsitis. Zweiter wurde von der TV 1860 Immenstadt Johannes Weinberg. Und der deutsche Jugendmeister 2017 war hier sogar im B-Finale dabei. Deutscher Jugendmeister wurde von der SG Bayer Talisso Engel. Dankeschön, die Herren. Victory ceremony, 50 meter breaststroke, men's international youth. Third, and winner of the bronze medal with 642 points, representing Hungary, Ivan Benche. Second, and winner of the silver medal with 681 points, representing SG Bayer Talisso Engel. And with 814 points, international youth German champion, representing Netherlands, Duncan van Horen. Congratulations, these three wonderful young boys. Victory ceremony, men's 50-meter breaststroke, open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 938 points, representing Japan, Keiichi Kimura. Second and winner of the silver medal with 663 points, representing Spain, Miguel Luke. And international German champion over 50-meter breaststroke with a European record and 994 points, representing Italy, Ephraim Morelli. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Italy. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Italiens.
Well, what a final it was between those three, and well, right down to the wire it went, and it was a sensational spectacle, that is for sure. Most of the finals have been tonight, but there are Mikael Luger with the silver, Ephraim Morelli with the gold, and Keiichi Kimura with the bronze medal for Japan. It was a superb performance from all three medalists there, and they firmly earned their place on the podium.
Brust der Damen. Hier belegte den dritten Platz von Hanse SV Rostock Nele Labuda. Zweite wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Verena Schott. Und deutsche Meisterin wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Emily Telle. Und wir kommen direkt zur Siegerehrung der jungen Damen über 50 Meter Brust. Hier belegte den dritten Platz vom SV Göppingen 04 Marlene Endrolat. Zweite wurde von der SG Osnabrück Riekje Heuter. Und deutsche Jugendmeisterin über 50 Meter Brust wurde von Hanse SV Rostock Nele Labuda. Victory ceremony, 50-meter backstroke for the youth. Third with 769 points, representing Great Britain, Daniele Hartin. Second and winner of the silver medal with 969 points, representing Netherlands, Lisa Kruger. and international German Youth Champion 2017 with a new world record representing Netherlands, Chantal Sierrewald. Victory ceremony, women's 50-meter breaststroke, open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 969 points, representing Netherlands, Lise Kruger. Second and winner of the silver medal with 988 points, representing Italy, Monica Bognoni. And international German champion over 50-meter breaststroke women's with a new world record representing Netherlands, Chantal Sierrewald. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Netherlands. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich für die Nationalhymne der Niederlande. Great performance from the Netherlands. And you can be proud. A new world record, 33.97. It's a great time.
Chantal Sierrewald and Lise Kruger, very familiar indeed with standing on that podium together. Of course, that great picture of them last night that was put on Twitter by Chantal, of them blasting out the national anthem at the top of their voice with arms outstretched, big smiles on their faces, and they put the hashtag as well, proud to be orange. And I'm sure their coaches are proud that they are from the Netherlands as well, because they've certainly done their nation very proud recently. And a nice close-up of our cameraman there. We've seen a bit of everybody today. We've seen me on the camera, we've seen the cameraman up close. I wonder who's going to be next. So, our final on this penultimate day of swimming, and it's the women's 400-meter freestyle A final. Have we saved the best till last? I'm going to stick my neck out there, because when I have done today, I've predicted the world record, so I'm going to say we're going to get a world record in this one. Let's wait and see if that materialises. We certainly hope so. In 0.
2016, Representing Netherlands, Manon Vermaelen.
From the Netherlands is Manon Vermaelen.
ist ganze 14 Jahre jung und kommt aus England.
In lane 1, representing Canada is Oriel Rivard. In lane 2, from Great Britain is Maisie Summers-Newton. In lane 3, representing Poland is Olivia Jablonska,
Lane 3, fourth by the Paralympics
who
2016
finished
and bronze
just
medalist
outside
for
the
World
bronze medal
Championships
positions
2015,
in the Paralympic
representing
Games
Poland,
by
Olivia
300ths
Jablonska.
of a second. It looks a fair better this time around, so it looks very happy to be part of this race. In lane 4, from the Netherlands is Lisette Brunsma, who has had a lot of success this week. She won gold in Rio in 2016, quite convincingly as well, and she's back here for more gold in this event. In 5, you can tell by the cap that it's an Italian, and it's Cecilia Camelina.
Representing Italy.
With a time of 5:16.36, she managed to get silver in South America at the Rio Games.
Auf der Bahn 6 heute Morgen stellte sie hier einen Weltrekord auf. Sie gewann über diese Strecke Gold in Rio.
Lane 6 in the morning session.
Jessica Jane Applegate is in lane 6, and she's been absolutely outstanding so far.
Over 200 meter, representing Great Britain, Jessica Applegate.
Really has been Great Britain's golden girl in these events.
Auf der Bahn 7. Gold gewann sie in Rio.
Eleanor Robinson in lane 7 of Great Britain is next to her there. You can just see her behind that purple balloon. It's a much better shot of her there. A 6th athlete who just missed out on the podium in Rio, and ironically she finished just behind Ellie Simmons, who pinched bronze away from her. I'm sure though when Tokyo comes around she will have waited patiently for her place on the Paralympic podium, but she will have earned it in this event. At 8 is Bianca Pat of Hungary, just in the purple there at the bottom of your screen, and there in lane 9 from Spain is Adriana Edo Beltran.
16 on the World Championships 2015, representing Spain, Ariadna Edo Beltran.
So from lane 0 to 9 for the final time tonight, it's Vermaelen, Rivard, Summers-Newton, Jablonska, Brunsma, Camillini, Applegate, Robinson, Papp and Beltran. This is the women's 400 metre freestyle A final.
Ja, und meine Damen und Herren, im Wasser ist die Dame, die schon 3 Weltrekorde hier in dieses Wasser gezaubert hat. Und ja, immer wieder sehr sympathisch auch in den Interviews, das haben Sie ja erlebt. Heute Morgen ist sie 4 Minuten 29,45 geschwommen. Auf der Bahn 6 Jessica Applegate aus Großbritannien. Aber es sind auch 2 andere Damen dabei, die sich vielleicht hier einiges vorgenommen haben. Sie sehen die Dame mit dem Tapping-Stab aus den Niederlanden. Sie tappt hier die Dame, die gerne der Daniela Schulte, der Lokalmatadorin, hier ihren Weltrekord entreißen wollen würde. Der liegt bei 5 Minuten 10,77. Heute Morgen waren es so 3,5 Sekunden langsamer, aber man weiß es nie. Und in einer guten Form präsentiert sich hier ebenfalls Olivia Jablonska aus Polen. Wollen wir gucken, wie sich das Rennen entwickelt. Bin sehr gespannt.
So Jessica Jane Applegate is the one leading the way in lane 6. No surprises at all with that at the halfway point. She does hold the world record for this event in the S14 category. She got it in Manchester in December of 2016, a time of 4:31.05. Also in contention in a classification similar to that is Aradana Edo Beltran, S13 athlete, on the outside lane in lane 9 on the far side, and that record is a bit quicker, 4:19.59, set by Rebecca Mayers of the USA in Rio 2016. Lowest classification involved in this final, well, it concerns the story of two S6 swimmers from Great Britain, Maisie Summers-Newton and Eleanor Robinson. If you've been watching us on the live stream for the last 3 days, you'll be very familiar with those two, especially if you are of British persuasion as well. As I said, Eleanor Robinson beforehand was close to a bronze medal in 2016 in this event. She was just pipped out by Ellie Simmons, her fellow Great British swimmer. Maisie Summers-Newton is certainly one of the next generation coming up, although having said that, there's only a year separating Maisie Summers-Newton and Eleanor Robinson. They more or less are in the same generation. Maisie Summers-Newton yet to taste the level of Paralympic success that Eleanor Robinson has enjoyed and craves for even more as well.
And where is the Great Britain people on the tribune? Please help Jessica now.
So in lane 6, Jessica Jane Applegate chasing that world record, doing her best. She got 4:29.45 earlier today. Can she top that? It would be outstanding if she did. It would be our 7th world record of the day. Up there as well, you can still see in lane 3, Olivia Jablonska, the S10 Polish swimmer. She will not be too far outside the argument either, but it's all about Jessica Jane Applegate here, coming towards the finish. And it looks like a new world record, is it? 4:27.08 is a new world record for Jessica Jane Applegate. Superb from her, 2 in a day in the same event, especially over such a long distance as well. She did say earlier on it was difficult swimming on your own in the pool without having anyone else with you, but this time she has managed it once again, and it's just, what a supreme athlete Jessica Jane Applegate is. I'm sure soon we will run out of superlatives to describe her. Second spot, can't forget, Olivia Jablonska of Poland in lane 3. 889 she's on at the moment. That's going to change. In fact, the gold medal is going to change hands, and it's gone in the way of Lisette Broesma of the Netherlands. The S11 swimmer has touched in at a time of 5:14.6, and we'll see how that ranks up in terms of the world records in a second or so as the rest of the athletes come in now. We're almost completed here with this final. Eleanor Robinson coming in now. She's not going to get a podium finish at 799, still not too bad at all. So let's just take a breather, a step back, and have a look at this with Lisette Broesma, 936. But bronze medalist Jessica Jane Applegate is the one who gets a world record. There you can see the time at the top of the standings for her. She has to settle for bronze in the end. I think Christian is now popping over to get another word from Jessica Jane Applegate. She's going to run out of words to talk to us very soon, and going to be very sick of the sight of Christian, because she's seen him quite a lot due to all the world records she has achieved this week. But huge testament to her. What a super athlete. I think Christian's just walked over and said, "It's me again." And she's just giving Eleanor Robinson a hug as well. Great bonding in the Great British ranks. And I think Christian is with her now.
It's unbelievable. The 4th world record for Jessica Applegate.
I can't believe what's actually just happened. To break it again in the same day is unbelievable.
And it is more, I must look, more is 2.5 seconds from the morning session to now. What's happened?
I went back with my coaches and we looked on what I could work on, and that was my target for tonight, and it seemed to pay off.
And tell all the fans of you what you're doing to evening.
For me, I'll be getting my dinner and straight to bed and ready for racing in the morning again.
So that is very, very professional. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Berlin today and for this championships, Jessica Applegate. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, Christian's not far wrong at all there. What a start Jessica Jane Applegate is. She's been absolutely wonderful throughout these championships. There are quite a few female para-swimmers that have really lit up these International Deutsche Meisterschaften swimming championships this week, and she is right up there with one of the best. Sensational from her, and a sensational final as well, because she didn't even get the gold medal. That was for Lisette Brunsma, 936. It looks like that wasn't a world record for the S11 swimmer. She was around 4 seconds out, but not by much. In second spot, someone we've not even touched on yet, Cecilia Camilleri. 2 S11 swimmers at the top of the tree. And then in third place, Jessica Jane Applegate. So that's the end of the swimming for tonight. We do have a few medal ceremonies coming up, though, from those 400-meter freestyle. The men's Open champions, German champions, Open junior champions, and German junior champions as well. And that'll be exactly the same for the females as well. So 8 ceremonies to come, and then we will sign off. But make sure you don't go anywhere. These athletes definitely deserve all the applause that they get. Some stellar performances in the pool tonight. And this is an opportunity now to congratulate them, thank them, and hope that they produce more of the same on tomorrow's final day of action.
Und Deutscher Meister 2017. Über 400 Meter Freistil der Herren vom BV Leipzig, Max Gehlhau. Meine Damen und Herren, wir kommen nun zur Jugendwertung in der deutschen Klasse. Hier belegte den 3. Platz vom Berliner Schwimmteam Justin Kaps. Zweiter wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Felix Fichtelmann. Und deutscher Meister in der Jugendklasse wurde über 400 Meter Freistil Malte Braunschweig. Dreimal Berlin. Meine Güte, der Bär ist aber mächtig stolz. Victory ceremony, 400 meter freestyle youth class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 781 points, representing Iceland, Robert Jonsson. Second and winner of the silver medal with 811 points, representing Great Britain, Jacob Leach. And international youth champion with 839 points, representing Great Britain, Lewis White. Victory ceremony, 400 meter freestyle men open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 926 points, representing Belarus, Ihar Bocki. Second and winner of the silver medal with 957 points, representing Netherlands, Mika Schumacher. Und die Siegerehrung wird vorgenommen von Klaas Brose, unserem Geschäftsführer des Berliner Behindertensportverbandes, sowie dem Jugendvertreter im DBS Lars Pickert. And international champion 2017 with 986 points, representing Great Britain, Oliver Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Great Britain. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Großbritanniens.
Ich bitte nun Lea Stengel, Felicia Labra, Kim Snyder, Verena Schott, Janina Breuer, Eleanor Robinson, Macy Summers-Newton, Lisette Brunsma, Jessica Appleton, Cecilia Camellini, and Lisette Brunsma, please come to the victory ceremony.
Meine Damen und Herren, wir kommen zur Siegerehrung über 400 Meter Freistil der offenen Klasse der deutschen Damen. Hier belegten 3 Damen den 3. Platz. Zum einen Kim Snyder vom VfS Rödermark. Zum zweiten Felicia Laberer vom SC Potsdam. Und zum dritten Lea Stengel vom Berliner Schwimmteam. Alle wurden Dritte. 3-mal Bronze. Und den 2. Platz belegte vom Berliner Schwimmteam Verena Schott. Also die jungen Damen, ich ordne das noch mal ein bisschen. Wir sind in der offenen Klasse. Sie sind in der offenen Klasse Dritte geworden. Also noch mal bitte etwas zur Seite. Nach links gehen die 3 jungen Damen. Genau, wunderbar. Haben sie sich verdient. Einen großen Applaus nochmal, meine Damen und Herren. 3-mal Dritte. Sie werden nachher noch oben stehen. Ich verrate es Ihnen schon noch. Also 3-mal Dritte geworden in der offenen Klasse. Zweite wurde Verena Schott vom Berliner Schwimmteam. Und deutsche Meisterin ebenfalls vom Berliner Schwimmteam wurde Janina Breuer. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. So, da laufen schon mal die Bärchen. Zum Schluss darf es auch mal ein bisschen hektisch werden, meine Damen und Herren. Alles gar kein Problem. Vielleicht haben wir einfach noch mal ein bisschen Applaus für die. Und Christian, du hast gute Musik, muss man sagen. Waren alle zufrieden heute hier. Kann man an dieser Stelle ja auch mal sagen. Steffen packt schon ein. Die Kampfrichter harren noch aus. Fantastisch, großartig, muss ich wirklich sagen. Aber warum sollen die eigentlich früher nach Hause als ich? Das stimmt natürlich auch wieder. So, und nun gibt es einen Riesenapplaus für die 5 Damen in der offenen deutschen Klasse, bitte. Herzlichen Glückwunsch den Damen. So, und meine Damen und Herren, die jungen Damen, die waren einfach schon bei der 2. Siegerehrung. Aber es ist eben die 2., weil deutsche Jugendmeisterinnen wurden über 400 Meter Freistil. Sowohl Kim Snyder vom VfS Rödermark als auch Felicia Laberer vom SC Potsdam und Lea Stengel vom Berliner Schwimmteam. Also bei der Jugendklasse, da haben sie alle 3 den deutschen Meistertitel errungen. Herzlichen Glückwunsch den jungen Damen. Vielen Dank den jungen Damen. Victory ceremony, 400-meter freestyle youth class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 799 points, representing Great Britain, Eleanor Robinson. Second and winner of the silver medal with 862 points, representing Great Britain, Maisie Summers-Newton.
So a British 2-3 in that women's 400-meter freestyle, that with Eleanor Robinson in third position, picking up the bronze, and Maisie Summers-Newton with the silver, the top of the tree. Lisette Broomsma, who I hope has got enough shelf room in her bedroom to put all of these medals on, because she's certainly accumulated quite a lot over the space of the past few days or so. Of course, when she was at the Paralympic Games in Rio in 2016, he certainly bagged quite a lot there as well. 2 golds, 1 silver and 2 bronzes. And don't forget how successful she was in Funchal at her first ever big international meet in the European Championships last year. She was absolutely superb in that, winning 3 golds and 2 bronzes. And of course, she stayed on there as well for the main ceremony.
Victory ceremony for today.
For the seniors. Junior champion, senior champion, Lisette Broomsma. This time, joining her in third position is Jessica Jane Applegate with that world record.
Jessica Applegate.
Silver medal for Adriana Edo Beltran. Lisette Broomsma topping the podium once again. Jessica Jane Applegate was absolutely stunned this morning when she broke this world record. Goodness knows how she was feeling when she came out of the pool the second time around and seen that she'd done it again, and not just by a bit either. She knocked a whole 2 seconds off it, and she told Christian on poolside after she came third in that one and broke the world record for the S14 category that she went back and she looked with her coaches at how to improve on the world record this morning, and straight away she was able to come back and supply a cracking time once again. A world record time. Absolutely amazing from Jessica Jane Applegate.
And winner and international champion.
Second, Cecilia Camelli of Italy, S11 athlete. 2 S11 athletes in gold and silver. With Lisette Broomsma once again picking up the gold. Just going back on Jessica Jane Applegate as well, she said that tonight it's all about having some tea, going to bed, and getting up and doing it all again tomorrow. And that's the sort of attitude you need if you're ever going to be successful as a sportsman or a woman. Jessica Jane Applegate, 21 years of age, lots of maturity. Bronze medalist, but gold medalist is Lisette Broomsma.
Und meine Damen und Herren, ich sage als erstes Dankeschön bei meinen tollen Partnern hier, Christian und Steffen zu meiner Rechten, sowie natürlich bei allen Herrschaften hier vom Kampfgericht. Ich soll euch ausrichten, 8:15 Uhr will er euch morgen früh sehen. Und natürlich gibt es heute noch eine offizielle Party. Nicht vergessen, wir treffen uns gleich noch da oben. Und morgen Mittag nach dem Vormittagsabschnitt bitte ein.
So that sees us done then for the third and penultimate day of these Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017. As ever, a big thank you for you two tuning into the live stream and watching some absolutely fantastic action today. Unfortunately, just yield the 7 world records rather than the previous amount we have seen. 30 world records in all, however, over the space of the first 3 days. Of course, an average of 10 a day. Judging by that, we should have another 10 tomorrow and then the championships on 40. Wouldn't that be absolutely staggering? Well, let's see tomorrow if that is the case. Join us again on the live stream. The exact same link as what you found in order to get the live stream for today. And we'll be back with the next session. Session number 7. In the morning. 9 o'clock start with the heats local time, which is 8 o'clock British summer time. But until then, have a very good evening, get rested, and we'll see you in the morning.